Alrighty. Is my microphone? Hello? I can't hear myself. Why can't I hear myself? Wait, there we go. It is working. I think it was just plugged in incorrectly. All right, there we go. What's good, everyone joining in? Give it a few seconds for people to join in. We're back. What's up, everyone here? What's up? Welcome back to the 500th episode, everybody. Welcome back to the 500th episode. What's good? Welcome back to the 500th episode. We're going to keep the debates going here pretty soon. Give me a quick second. Let me make sure everything's set up here on the YouTube stream. We are okay. Don't worry. Welcome back to episode 500. Let me make sure to set everything up here real quick. Give me one quick second. Alrighty. There we go. We have... Is it pinned again? I think it is. All right, we're good. What's up, everyone? Welcome back. We're going to start getting the debates up here in a quick second. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. What's good, everyone joining in the stream? How's everybody doing? Let's get some debates going on. Moving on here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Let's get this next person up here, or the first person up here for the debates to get continuing back. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Can you hear me? Sorry. I'm 18.
Do you support Trump?
Yep.
And what's your birth year?
2007.
And what month are you born?
November.
Okay. And if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
I'm kind of like tied because
Morgan, thank you for the galaxy. Thank you very much. If you are, I recommend watching the streams. That would be the best way to be able to convince you to move more towards our side. That's the best way to show you like what the right and what the left typically think. Let's get on to this next individual here real quick. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
Do you support Trump?
I do.
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
I'd rather vote for Trump.
And why do you support Trump?
I think, he's not my ideal candidate, but I would rather him to anybody on the left right now.
Okay, and why so?
I think the cultural aspect of the left lately has been a little bit out of rails for me in terms of...
What state do you live in?
In its Sorry, one second?
What state do you live in?
Florida.
Okay, what time is it?
What time is it? It's 2:48.
Okay, can you name two states that border Florida?
That's a good one. What is it? I'm in geography.
Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates as always. Let's get this next individual up here. Do give it a quick second for people to join in. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh, wait, yo, what's up?
Yeah, do you support Trump?
Wait, let me pause my game real quick. Yes, I do.
Yeah, and if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump all the way.
Okay, alrighty. Why do you support Trump?
I like his policy on the war in Iran.
Okay. Why specifically? Like, what about the war with Iran? What benefits have we got from the war with Iran? How about that?
I don't fucking know.
And why are you saying it's a good thing?
Well, because of what's it called? Like I feel like we've been portrayed more as like weak and shit
By losing the war with Iran? I had a feeling that was going to happen. Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello? 18.
Do you support Trump?
Yep.
What's your birth year?
December 3rd, 2007.
Okay, and if the election were held, or what state do you live in?
Kansas.
What time is it?
Right now, it is 11 o'clock.
It's 11 o'clock. No, it's not. Not in Kansas. We aren't in Kansas anymore. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
Yo, Dean, can you play Fortnite with me?
Let's get this next person up. You're only decent a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
Shut up, you little faggot nigger.
You're disgusting. Let's go to the next person. Only decent a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
18.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
What's your birth year? Oh, weirdo. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. What's up, how old are you? Hello?
You hear me?
How old are you?
I'm 20.
Do you support Trump?
No, not really.
Okay. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates as always. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
19.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
What's your birth year?
What do you say?
What's your birth year?
My birth year is 2007 September.
And you said you're how old again?
Huh?
And you said you're how old again?
18.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
I support him because, you know, he has like good feet, you know?
Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Annie, thank you very much for the $5. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Well, thank you very much for the kind words. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
I'm 24.
And do you support Trump?
Yes, sir.
If the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
I would vote for Trump.
Okay, let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Alrighty, let's get this next person up here. Please, everybody, only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
They always said that Charlie Cook was.
Alright, only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Give us a minute to get some people back up here, everyone. Alrighty.
Yo,
Yo, what's up, how old are you?
yo, bro. I'm 18.
Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Okay. It's not accepting this person. Let's try the next, everyone. Please only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates as always. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
What season did you start Fortnite? Be honest.
Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. I actually played in the original like beta beforehand. I didn't like the game and then didn't play it until season 2. Like the end of season 1. Start of season 2. Yo, what's up, how old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah, how old are you?
18.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah,
Okay, if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
What's your birth year?
2007, September 21st.
Okay, why do you support Trump? Okay. Hello? Alrighty, they just like muted themselves. Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Alrighty. Let's get this next person up here. Please, everybody, only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello?
How old are you?
I'm 19.
And do you support Trump?
Yeah,
If the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
Because he's moving the economy so fast, than any other president.
What did he do to make the economy better?
I mean, like, if you're like a trader or something, his decision is actually moving the economy fast.
So what did he do to make the economy do better? They left. Okay. Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Fruit Punch, thank you for $5. Thank you for 500 episodes of MAGA still telling you to get a job. Cheers, brother. Well, thank you very much. I know, right? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Dick burns so bad.
You're
Dick
weird.
burns so bad.
Let's go to the next individual. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Victor, thank you for $5 for the 500 episodes. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello?
How old are you?
18.
What's your birth year?
2007.
What month?
September
Okay.
1st.
When did you graduate high school?
Well, this year. No, next year.
Okay, let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. You what's up? How old are you?
I'm 20.
And do you support Trump?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
I'd probably vote for Donald Trump.
Okay, and what was your birth year?
I was born in 2006, April 13th.
And how old are you?
I'm 20.
And why do you support Trump?
I feel like because, like, the gay people stuff.
The gay people stuff?
Yeah.
So, like, what about gay people makes you uncomfortable?
I mean, I feel like, since, like, men kissing other men, like, it just seems a little bit weird.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like it, like boys kissing other boys and, like, girls kissing other girls. I just think it's a little bit weird.
Okay, wait, are you saying it makes you feel weird?
It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Like, what type of uncomfortable?
I don't know, like, it just, like, it makes me, like, I don't like it.
When you see two men kissing, it makes you feel a weird, uncomfortable way?
Yeah. And I think that, like, since he's, like, trying to get rid of them in, like, public spaces, and he's trying to get rid of it at his schools, because, like, he's teaching, because, like, the people...
Why does it make you feel weird and uncomfortable that two men kiss?
Because, like, I don't know, I think it's just, like, unnatural.
Is it natural for you to be debating me on TikTok right now?
Yeah, because, like...
Nope, it's not. I don't see any species in nature doing that. But I do see thousands of species engaging in gay intercourse.
Oh, wait. Oh, actually? What ones? Wait, what ones?
All right, if I look at your posts, is it going to be that you're not MAGA?
Oh my gosh, Parker, can you please make out with Dean? I really want to see you doing it.
That answers the question. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I love you, Dean. Tell Dean I love you.
Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Peter, by the way, thank you for the $25. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Jonathan, thank you for the $5. Thank you for educating me. Of course. Thank you very much. That's great to hear, Jonathan. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Alrighty, let's get this next individual up here. Thank you so much for the happy 500, Jonathan. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And Peter, thank you very much for the kind words. Let's get on to this next individual here quick. Pat as well. Thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It's like a thing that's been going around, a huge meme, apparently. And lol, maybe I should, Pat, honestly. I feel like it would be a little bit awkward for me though. That's the only concern. Not only just for them.
Dean
You know, it's
raped
about
me.
you.
Dean raped me.
Okay,
Dean,
let's go to the
stop.
next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates as always. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 27.
Do you support Trump?
I do.
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Trumper.
Okay, and why do you support Trump?
I mean, there's many ways, different shapes and forms and capacities I support Trump. There's different things that I support about this administration. Obviously, I don't support every single thing that he's done, like I wouldn't any president. But yeah, I mean, we can talk about immigration, what's currently going on there. We can talk about the global headline, actually, not the national headline, the global headline. Do not come to America.
Sir, when's the last time I talked to you?
I don't know, probably like a month ago. If you want to look, actually, I debated Dean, and it's actually going viral. It's my last video.
It's going viral? What?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like 1,000 views a minute.
1,000 views a minute.
Yeah, I could pull up the analytics.
So if I were to click on it right now, that's what it would say.
Yeah, why don't you play it for the chat so everybody can hear it?
I don't need to play it to the chat. I could just click on it and see myself. Okay. It's okay. Oh, you have 134,000 likes debating Dean Withers.
Yeah, I smoked him.
What did you say?
Listen to it. Play for the chat.
I bet it's a troll.
It's not a troll.
What did you say? What was the point you made?
Why don't you listen to it, bro?
No,
Mute
how about
your
you just
mic
tell me?
if you don't want the people to hear it. Yeah, I mean, so essentially what I said was that well, first he went off by saying
His bio is born to fight against communism, Islam, and Dean Withers. Charlie Kirk, American hero. You are
Absolutely.
trolling.
No, I'm not trolling. Listen to it, bro.
Can you
What the
define
fuck?
communism?
Can you listen to it? Yeah,
Can you
communism-
define communism?
Yeah, I can define communism for you.
Go
So
for it.
it's a classless, stateless society where everybody owns everything. I mean, like, what else do you want?
You're forgetting moneyless, bro.
Yeah, classless, stateless, moneyless. I mean, what would stateless mean without, like, what?
What would stateless mean? It just means that there's no monopoly on violence. I was just making sure
wanna
you knew what
debate?
it
What do you
was
wanna
when you were
debate,
saying you're against
immigration?
it.
You want to debate immigration? You want to debate Islam? You want to debate what's going on over in the Middle East? You want to debate Christianity? How about this? We debate that America's a Christian nation. That should be an easy win for you, right?
Okay. You think America's a Christian nation? Or do you think it's
Absolutely.
secular?
Are you familiar with the Treaty of Paris?
Wait, do you think that a country is a particular religious association simply because a majority of people in that country like agree with that particular religious view?
Hold on. How about this? You I don't interrupt my response. I'm gonna go off, and then you come back and you combat anything that you can inside of what I say. So
I'm curious.
yeah,
Is this you?
No,
I'm just asking. Is that you, bro?
No, I'll turn my camera on if you'd like. You can see what I look like.
I was just asking if that was you, bro.
No. Yeah. So, if you want me to turn my camera on,
Go for it. You said you would.
Yeah. Let me grab my hat.
You have to grab your hat to turn your camera on?
Yeah, I should probably put a shirt on too.
I mean, sure, but why do you need the hat?
Give me 1 second, brother. I mean, I don't need the hat. I'll take it off after I pop on with it on. I just I don't know. I've hat hair. Just got off work, bro.
Just got off work, bro. You sound like you were in a frat. Am I right?
No,
No, dude. I wasn't in a frat.
Technically, like the fraternal order. of the
Technically,
Eagle,
bro,
something
like
that
I
is.
wasn't in a frat because it was like called something else.
Yeah, do you know what the Fraternal Order of the Eagles is? The 1,600
No,
locations across the
I have
US?
no clue, dude. What? Tell me, bro. What is it, bro?
Yeah, we give $50 million annually to
$50 million?
diabetes.
No way, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
How's it going, Parky? Let's get it.
I see why you
I'll
need
take my
that.
hat off for you. I'll take it off for you. Just hat hair. I got a full head of hair. Delightful human being. All right, so let's get into it. You want to debate Christianity or what?
You can tell me what you think about Christianity.
Yeah, so America is absolutely 100% a Christian nation. The majority of our founding fathers were Christian. 9 out of the first 13
Do you think that you have to agree with what the majority? Do you have?
9 of the first. Absolutely, when the laws, rules, regulations of the people put in power are in our democracy is absolutely picked by the majority. Yeah, you absolutely have to agree with the laws, rules, and regulations of this land that are put in place by majority Christian population. Absolutely. And
do you agree that there's no established religion?
The definition of a Christian is somebody that puts Christ first. So when they vote on the people they put in power and the rules, laws, and regulations, absolutely, it's a Christian nation. Instead of interrupting me, why don't you just let me say what I got to say? So yeah, 9 out of the first 13 colonies you had to declare publicly and actually take a test in order to prove that you were a Christian in order to run for public office. In 1783, the Treaty of Paris, in the preamble, we declare ourselves a Christian nation underneath the most high, the most undivided Holy Trinity, which is definitely 100% only embraced by the Christian religion. I mean, I can go off for days about this. 1950 was the best time period in United States history, economically.
You mean prior to the Civil Rights Act?
Hold on, economically. Also, that was the beginning of the boomer generation where people got married younger, people had babies younger, people had as many babies as they possibly could. Yeah, absolutely, America's a Christian nation.
Okay. Do you think that there should be no law that upholds an establishment of a religion?
Yeah, I mean, we're not constitutionally a Christian country.
Oh. So according to the law, we're not a Christian country?
No, but by
so
the
I was
definition
right.
of democracy, the majority of the people here inside of our country that reside happen to be Christian. The people that we put in place.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Christian.
No one disputes that. Just because the majority of the people in the country are Christian doesn't change anything.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Our rules, laws, and regulations were put in place. The majority of our presidents, our Congress, our Senate, the majority of the people ever put in power in the United States of America have been Christian. So to say that it has nothing
that
to
doesn't
do
mean it's a Christian country,
disingenuous.
because you have to understand that the basis of saying it's a Christian country is saying that as a basis in the law or not. It's a secular country. When I said secular, that means that there's no establishment of a religion within the context of the law. And if you agree with that statement, that then means that you agree that America is not a Christian country, but rather a secular country.
I mean, two things can be true at the same time. So when you never asked me the basis of which I said that America is a Christian nation. Absolutely, if we both agree, which you should, because you'd be completely disingenuous if you didn't. America is a majority Christian nation. Yes.
So yes, of course, I acknowledge that a majority of people in the United States is Christian. Now, does that mean then that does that then mean that we're a Christian nation? No. Because we're talking about from a legal perspective. We're secular.
Let me break this down. I'll go slow for you. The majority of our Congress, Senate, population, and voter population, majority of our presidents have always been Christian. The majority of our rules,
mean that we're
laws,
a Christian
and regulations.
country.
Let me just get the statement out. The majority of our rules, laws, and regulations here inside the United States of America have always been put in place by a majority Christian population. Definition
but
of
with the
Christian
separation of church and
is to
state.
put Christ first. The definition of Christian is to put Christ first.
Which is not what they're doing, because they're separating church and state.
Are you familiar with the Treaty of Paris?
Wait, sir, you understand that when you put Christ first, that's for your personal life and how you conduct yourself, not for what you're forcing other people within the society that you live in to abide by. You have to understand that you can be Christian for yourself in your own personal life, but not force those particular views upon other people.
Every single thing you do, you're supposed to put Christ first if you're a Christian. That is the definition of a Christian.
So do you think that there should be a theocracy?
First. Every single time they vote, they put Christ
Sir, do you think there should be a
theocracy? Every single time they make a rule, law, regulation, they put Christ first. What?
Do you think there should be a theocracy?
No.
Okay, so is that putting Christ first?
Yeah. I mean, we're supposed to love thy neighbor. We're supposed to help and feed the poor. Absolutely.
Okay, so and just to clarify, you're not America first?
I mean, yeah, I absolutely believe that America, the land in which I reside, absolutely has to come first before we go sending
Wait,
all of
no,
our
no,
money
no, no,
overseas.
no,
We have
no,
to make
no.
sure. No,
That's
hold on,
not. Wait,
hold on, hold on, hold
pause,
on, hold on.
pause.
It actually says very many times inside of the Bible, you need to take care of yourself before you
Wait,
can take
how
care
are
of
you
other people to
America
an
first if
extent.
you're Christ first?
It's the same thing. I just said America's a Christian nation.
No, but I'm asking you, how are you America first if you're Christ first? Because if
Putting
something is,
what?
yeah, if something is first, that means you're prioritizing it
Yeah,
above all
no,
else, right?
America is a huge part of Christ. Absolutely.
If
I mean,
if
just
something is first, it's prioritized than all else, right?
we are a Christian nation. Yes, me putting America first is putting Christ first.
Yeah, but is America God?
America is not God. No.
So if you're putting America first, then explain to me how you are then
I'm Jesus first
Christ
and
first.
America second. Yeah.
So you're America second.
Sure.
Okay, just good to know. I
I'm
just
gonna
want
actually
to.
start that movement now. So I don't know if you know who I am.
Can
I
you
actually
guys please
own.
do that? Can you guys start the
I actually
movement
founded.
America second? I'd love to see that.
I actually found. I founded. Young Republicans organization. I think that they're gonna fully embrace that Jesus first, America second. You're gonna see
America
hats.
second.
I'm
Yep.
gonna ship you a hat. Actually, I know where you live.
Why would you say some stupid shit like that?
What do you mean? I'm gonna ship you a hat. I'm gonna sign it for you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're
Why
not.
would I say some stupid shit like what? You don't know where I
That
live?
like you
It's
know
actually
my
public
address
information.
and you know where I live. Like what a weirdo thing to say.
My address is public information.
I'm sorry. Have I looked it up? No, because you're what? Did you
I'll
look
tell
up my
you.
address?
Did I look it up? No.
Then how do you know it?
It's public information.
So you did look it up.
No.
So
I know
then,
your mailman.
So then you don't know it.
Your mailman is a part of my organization.
Nope.
All right, so we can actually have a debate. I mean, all you've said is America is not a Christian nation. It's not a theocracy.
No, you said you're America second.
Yes, Jesus first, America second.
America second. So I don't even want to hear it. You're not even America first, bro.
You don't want to hear what?
You're not even America first, bro.
I'm absolutely America first.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You said you're America second.
Yeah, well, yeah, Jesus
America
first.
first. We are America first here.
You're America first?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're America first here, bro.
No, you're fucking.
You just said that you put America second. Run on that.
Yeah, after Jesus. I think everybody would agree with that. I think the majority of presidents in the history of the United States of America would agree Jesus first and America second. The definition of being a Christian is to put Christ first.
You understand that? Like, do you get your views based upon what a majority of society thinks?
I think that the majority of the people in the United States of America absolutely get their views from the majority.
A majority of people in the United States of America think gay marriage should be legal. Do you agree?
Pull up the stat. I want to see it. Put it on the screen.
Okay. You don't agree with that?
What was it?
A majority of Americans in this country agree gay marriage should be legal.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't care. I think that it should be legal. Yeah.
Okay. So you agree with the majority?
Yeah.
Okay, a majority of people in this country want abortion to be legal. Do you agree with them?
No, they do not.
Yeah, they do.
Pull it up, bro.
Okay. Do a majority of people want legal abortion? Oh my gosh. Pew Research has done something on this. Oh my gosh. It's almost like 60% think it should be legal. In most or all cases. Look, take a look at this. Do you want to see? Do you like being proven wrong?
Show me.
I got you. Take
Hold
a
on,
look
I'm
right
talking
here.
to my AI right now.
This is you being proven wrong. Take a look.
I'll be right back. Nice stat. What is this off of?
Pew Research.
Pew. Wow.
Yeah, get cooked, buddy. Get fucking cooked. Get cooked. 60%. 60%. So do you agree with them? Because 60% of Americans think that abortion should be legal in most or all cases. You swiped out of the app. I can't hear you. Tina, thank you for the galaxy,
Yeah,
by
I
the way.
know.
Thank you.
I'm Googling it.
Alrighty. Give him a second, everyone. Gianna, thank you very much. I really appreciate the $50 for congrats on 500 episodes. Thank you for all you do. Well, thank you so much, Gianna. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Regina, thank you. Thank you so much, Gina. As well as Fossey, thank you very much for the $2. Congrats on your 500 episode. Good to see you. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Of course, try to do so if you can. As well as Yehoshua, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, it is okay. It is okay. Don't worry. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. As well as Christina, thank you very much for 50 cents. Thank you very much. Base. And I'll make sure to look out for you. So, Selena, thank you very much. I really appreciate the wolf. Austin, thank you very much for the $1 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That is so base. Being around since 2022. That is so cool.
Gallup.com says 48%.
Gallup says 48%. I don't know where you got that from. This is from Pew Research.
Gallup.com.
I think Pew Research is a preferable data source, and this is over time, over
Probably
long periods of
preferable. I
time.
mean, I would have to look at the.
That's still that's still basically a majority.
I'd have to look at the demographic of the people that they poll. They probably poll a bunch.
I wonder what you're looking at. Would you like to? Even amongst Catholics, for example, Catholics think it should be legal in most cases. 57% of Catholics agree with abortion being legal in most or all cases. The only group of people that is mostly against it is white evangelical Protestant.
No, the majority. If I had to grab one specific group and ask them and poll them specifically, and the group that would be closest to 100% saying that abortion should be illegal,
or you could say Republicans if you'd like to.
I would have to say that would be the Islam community here inside the United States of America.
The Islam,
would you agree?
The Muslim community. But if we look at the Muslim community, yeah. I would have to see what the Muslim community's position is on abortion. If you'd like to be able to provide a source on that.
Yeah, no, I definitely will. Do you believe that the majority of the Muslim community believes that they're?
I'm confused what the point is of this. The point of this was to criticize your perspective on abortion.
Dude, I don't know why. I don't know why I cannot finish a single sentence when debating you. I mean, truthfully. I mean, every single thing that I've tried to say, other than right now because I brought it up, you've completely interrupted me multiple different times. Like I said, the majority.
Are you gonna cry?
Are you gonna let me finish?
Are you gonna cry?
Should I? What the fuck?
Yeah. Cry.
Dude.
If it makes you feel better.
It's so hard debating something that's not serious in any way, shape, form, or capacity. Like, can you please just be professional?
I like how he just says that in order to be able to... You say that as a means to not respond to anything I say. Not even as like a basis for you giving a shit about it.
Am I going to cry?
Yeah.
That's what I'm responding to.
Yeah, because you didn't respond to anything else I said, genius.
Yes, I have. We just been talking about research institutes. And we've been talking. What are you talking about?
You're not directly responding to the argument I made. All you did was complain that I cut you off.
And gay marriage. I responded to every single thing.
No, you didn't.
What did I not respond to?
I specifically, yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I told you specifically, right, that the argument you were making about a majority of people would then logically entail that you agree a majority of people, since a majority of people agree abortion should be legal, then you should agree with that. But you don't agree with that. You don't say that just because a majority of people think a certain thing, that means you should agree with that thing.
I agree that the majority of the people here inside the United States of America should be heard, and I think that they're whatever they think should be embraced. Absolutely.
So abortion should be legal?
If that's what the people want, that's the definition of democracy. I do believe in democracy, unfortunately. When it comes to abortion, it does not line up with my ideology, but that's okay. We'll fix that. We're going to bring Christianity back in the households of the majority of Americans here in the U.S.
Wait, again, are you Catholic?
No.
Okay, well, most Catholics specifically, they believe in legal access to abortion.
Yeah, well, Catholicism has gone weird. They also believe...
Well, white non-evangelical Protestants also, majority believe abortion should be legal.
Okay.
It's literally just white evangelical Protestants that are against abortion here.
Only the white ones.
Yeah. If you look at the data, that's what the Pew Research data specifies.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to deep dive into that data.
Because if you look at yeah, Black Protestant is 68% legal abortion.
Yeah, my laptop's out in my truck, or else I'd have it all pulled up with me. But
Your favorite person is gonna join for 30 seconds.
Dean.
I like how you knew your favorite person was Dean.
I only have like 60 seconds, but Parker, you need to know this. Maybe this would be a good conversation. This guy joined my live stream yesterday. I saw that his bio said Charlie Kirk. So then I asked him if he thinks that Charlie Kirk is an American hero. He said yes. So then I asked him if he thinks people who support child torture are heroes, and he said no. And then I gave him the case that Charlie Kirk supports child torture, and he conceded to it. He acknowledged that it is true that Charlie Kirk supports child torture. And then I asked him if he'd take the name Charlie Kirk out of his bio because of that, and then he said yes.
He
Then I
hasn't
scroll
yet.
into your live, and he added on to it. He added on the dash American hero part after my conversation with him yesterday. So maybe I'm eating lunch right now, so I got to drop. But maybe a very, very interesting conversation with this guy would be, why does he think that a man who he acknowledges supports child torture is an American hero?
Yeah,
Thank
good
you for that,
question.
Dean. God
I
bless
hope
your
you have a
soul.
good rest of your day, Parker.
I hope you have a good
Thank you,
rest of
man.
your lunch, Dean.
You said what?
I said I hope you have a good rest of your lunch, Dean.
Okay. So do you believe that you can be an American hero and support child torture?
Yes.
That's a crazy thing to say. You've just backtracked. So you're now saying you can be an American hero and support children being tortured.
Yeah.
That is disgusting.
Yeah, I mean,
that does not sound like an American hero to me.
That's not the case. Obviously, that's not the case. I mean, we consider people American
You
heroes.
you did concede that he
Can I
supported
finish?
child torture.
Can I finish my sentence? So there's very many American heroes in United States history that have done some egregious things. Some of them have owned slaves. Some of them have done some very disgusting things. Is George Washington an American hero? The guy who started the revolution? George Washington's not an American hero?
Nope.
Then you're not a fucking American, buddy.
How am I not an American? Because I don't think that George Washington, a slave owner, is a American hero.
Literally started the revolution, is not an American hero. You're out of your goddamn mind.
Yeah, because I don't think slave owners are American heroes. Do you think that they're American heroes?
So on which context does Charlie?
Do you think slave owners are American heroes?
Some are, yeah, absolutely.
Wait, let me just clarify. Then, do you think that slave owners are bad people?
Some are.
Somewhat?
Some are.
Some are. So not all are?
No.
So you think some slave owners are not bad people?
Absolutely. I think that some slave owners could have been bad people. Absolutely.
No. I'm asking, do you think all slave owners are bad people?
No.
So you think some slave owners are good people?
Some slave owners actually founded the United States of America.
So you think that they're good people?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. So you think people who owned others as slaves were good people?
A lot of them were absolutely tremendous human beings. 100%.
So tremendous human beings owned other people as property for life?
Yes.
And you don't see that as an issue?
Obviously, that's an issue. That's not what the cultural norm
that's
is.
Not.
In the United
No.
States today.
What the issue is
a
that
fucking sentence.
slavery is fucking evil. Slavery is disgusting. Anyone who did that is a fucking evil person. Can you agree?
It's just not
any
the cultural
person who
norm
owned
today.
another person as a fucking slave, as their property, was an evil person. Do you agree?
It was definitely an evil act. I wouldn't say that they're an evil person.
Okay, so you wouldn't call someone an evil person for owning another person as property for life?
That is not for me to determine. That's between them and God.
No, sir, can you say that pedophiles are evil people?
I'm not one to judge.
You can't say pedophiles are evil people.
Absolutely. We should wipe them off the face of the planet.
So
But
you
I'm not the
can
one
say
who's
that
gonna
they're evil
judge them
people.
in the
So why can
afterlife.
you say that pedophiles are evil people, but slave owners are not?
What?
Yeah, why can't you say that slave owners are all
definitely saying
evil in the
that's an
same way that you
evil
say all
act.
pedophiles are
No.
evil?
Yeah, it's an evil act to endorse slavery.
Do you think all Muslims are evil?
No, I don't think all Muslims are evil. I think that there are a lot of people inside of the Islam community that are great people.
Okay. And so you think that it's totally consistent with Christian values to support slavery?
No. There's definitely been Muslim slaves. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, I asked you, do you think it's in accordance with the Christian values to support slavery?
No.
No?
Actually, so
At no
Islam,
point in
Islam
history,
and
right?
Judaism, the major three Abrahamic religions, also embrace the Old Testament of the Bible. So for you to sit up here and say that it's only Christians that embrace slavery and that's the only book,
That's not even the claim that I'm making right now.
Yeah, you're getting there.
I actually wasn't going to get to that point. Now that you brought that up, I can bring that up if you'd like.
Yeah, I mean,
do you want me to bring that up? Because I can apply that, yeah.
That's where you were going. Don't tell me that it wasn't.
That was not where I was going, actually.
Okay, so then substantiate your claim without bringing it up.
Okay. So, what claim do you want me to substantiate? Let me clarify.
that Christians are the ones that embrace slavery more than any other religion.
Did I even make that claim?
No, you were asking.
No, what claim did I make?
I guess it wasn't even a claim. You were asking me specifically if slavery ideology is more embraced by the Christian religion.
No, I asked you if Christians agree with slavery. You agreed no, right?
Correct.
Okay. So, do you think Christians think that someone is evil if they engage in enslaving someone?
It's definitely an act that is not embraced largely by the Christian population here in the United States today.
Okay. And so, was it historically?
Historically, I couldn't tell you if it was embraced by all the Christians here in the United States today. I know there was a very small percentage of people that owned slavery or slaves, less than 1% of the population. I'm trying to grasp where you're going with this.
Yeah. Well, let's go through. Do you think someone so you think pedophiles are evil people, correct?
Yes.
Okay. But you don't think people who are slave owners are evil people?
Why? I think it was an evil act.
Couldn't you say the same thing about pedophilia, under your view?
Yes.
So then why do you consider them evil people under your worldview? Under your worldview, wouldn't you consider them not evil people?
Hold on.
Because it sounds like under your view, you're arguing that pedophiles are not evil people.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely evil people in my own personal opinion, but I'm not the one who's going to judge them in the afterlife. There's definitely
so then why can't you say that slave owners are evil people?
Fucking sentence for once.
Because you're going to argue that pedophilia makes someone evil, but not slavery.
No, what I'm arguing with you is that
they both make someone evil.
There are definitely people that are convicted of crimes they did not do here inside the United States of America.
That's not even what we're talking about. We're talking about someone who did do it.
Yeah, it's definitely an evil act, disgusting, egregious. I mean, I don't know where you want me to go with this.
No, but is someone an evil person?
Like, are you familiar with the lady who just got arrested in New Hampshire? I'm about to Google her name. I forget it. She was actually a state rep. She was actually the first transgender person to write legislation in the state of New Hampshire, and she ended up getting arrested and sentenced to 33 years for C-SPAN.
Okay, if you'd like to provide me a source on that, I would say I condemn that person. Confused what them being trans has to do with anything. And what type of pivot is this? The Trump administration is preventing the release of the Epstein files. Trump's been held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman. Trump has said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. Trump's been accused by a minor credibly in the Epstein files of sexually abusing her when she got a settlement with the Epstein estate for accusations against Epstein relating to sexual abuse and trafficking. What the fuck are you talking about?
Lawton from New Hampshire. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I acknowledge what you're saying about Trump. Like I said, I support certain things. And instead of an administration, I didn't say that I support him as a person and anything that he might have done in his past other than in his presidency. But truthfully, I like what he's doing with immigration. That there's a huge global headline that says that if you come to the United States of America illegally, you're going to be treated as such.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Do you think that pedophiles could be American heroes?
No.
No.
If you can prove and substantiate evidence that Donald Trump is a pedophile, then I
Wait, no, hold up. So if you agree that pedophiles are not American heroes, can you agree that engaging in owning someone as a slave is like a offense that is so bad that would mean that someone can't be a hero?
It was a cultural norm here in the United States within the last 250 years after the United States was created.
So then are you
The
going to say
slavery
that you
was
can still be an American
no.
hero?
Are you going to tell me that George Washington was not an American hero?
Yes, I've already said this a million times.
That is the most egregious thing I've
No,
ever
it's
heard in my
not.
entire fucking life.
No, it's not.
Absolutely.
It is not the most egregious thing you've ever heard in your life. It's more
Yes, it
egregious that you
fucking
consider
is.
slave owners to be
George
American
Washington is
heroes.
one of the best men to ever walk the face of the fucking earth. I don't care what he
You're a
did in his
delusional
backyard.
maniac, okay? If you think that someone who owned people as slaves is one of the best people to ever walk the planet Earth, then you're a dumbass.
You can think that. I mean, between Charlie Kirk, Jesus Christ himself, George Washington, and another.
Did you just really just
small
try to
list of
compare
people.
Charlie Kirk to Jesus Christ, sir?
No, I said that these are all great people that walk the face of the earth.
Yeah, you understand that
I
you
didn't
can't
compare
even
them.
compare Jesus to Charlie, right? I think even
I
Charlie
did
Charlie
not
would have
compare
disagreed
them.
with that comparison that you just made
I
there.
did not compare them. I said they were both all great people who walked the
That's a
face of the earth.
comparison.
No, it's not.
What is a comparison?
I said they are great people who walk
They
the
are
face of
all
the earth.
great people is a comparison. You're comparing them within the quality of being great, dumbass.
Obviously,
Jesus Christ, these people are like not smart. They're so like unintelligent. It's unbelievable.
Obviously, Jesus was by far the best God to ever walk the earth.
Are you not comparing them
because
by saying that
he
they're
is
good
God.
people?
Jesus is God. Christ is King. Truthfully, if you need a Bible, I'll ship you one of those as well.
I already got a Bible, and you can look them up on the internet. I don't know why you need to ship someone a Bible.
Well, do you have a Trump Bible?
No, why the fuck would I buy a Trump Bible?
Did you know one of the first things that Congress did actually was
Sir, do you have a Trump Bible?
Bibles and distribute them to the masses? Yeah, I have a Trump Bible.
Did you buy a Trump coin too?
I have gold shoes. I got Trump coin. I got.
You're trolling.
coins.
You're trolling, bro.
You want to see? I have an entire
Yes. Please show
shrine.
us. Please show us.
I have a Trump shrine.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
I'm joking.
That's what I thought.
I don't have any Trump memorabilia other than a MAGA hat that I got from
Yeah.
charity.
I mean, you do have TDS though.
Trump derangement syndrome.
No, Trump devotion syndrome.
Trump devotion. No, I don't do that. Honestly, do you know what really fucking kills me? Is that I have to say that I support Trump to fucking hop up in yours and Dean's lives.
So you don't support Trump?
No.
Okay. So like, why do you do that? Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. So he finally admitted he was trolling, bro. Let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Hamida, thank you so much. Really appreciate. Thank you for the $25 over on PayPal. Thank you very much. As well as Carla, thank you very much for the $25. Thank you very much. Congratulations on episode 500. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. As well as Summerlin, thank you very much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Shref, thank you very much for the $5 as well. Thank you. I did hear about that. The new gloves that ICE is planning to use that are going to deliver painful electric shocks. It's fucking crazy. Alrighty, let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates as always. Yo, what's up, how old are you? Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates as always. Alrighty, let's get this next person up here. Please, everyone, only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. What's up, how old are you?
Hey, I'm 32.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
I support Trump because he's our president and we already did it. So I think it's very important to stay present and to just work with what we have.
Okay. Like if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, or you could choose not to vote, what would you choose to do?
Well, if the election was held today, I would have to vote for Harris if it was only Harris versus Trump, because Trump has already run his 2 terms.
Oh, what I mean is that like they both can run, they both can be elected. If you'd rather vote for Harris or Trump or choose not to vote, what would you choose to do?
In this situation, I would choose not to vote because I have to be up to date with the.
Okay, well, I mean, I am just looking for people who, in that context, would support Donald Trump and would vote for him. So, the notion of support that you're using, it seems to be different than the notion of support that I was using. Let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Alrighty, let's go to the next individual. Alrighty, let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates as always. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
28.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
I guess Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
I guess first I want to go over one big issue, I think. I think we need a candidate that's not pro-Israel, and Trump and Kamala both are, which is a big issue.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think we just need better candidates. Because I don't know, the last like century, it's just been a fucking joke. I mean, nothing's getting done if we're being real. I mean, people that I'm not one that like cries over abortion. I think women should be able to do whatever the fuck they want. Obviously, same. I think the religious thing's bullshit too. People are in way too much of a psychosis. Society would be better off without religion. I think we need to start implementing something like that. If I'm being serious, religion is just a cancer. We're not going to be able to advance in
You want to
society.
prevent people from being religious?
Oh yeah, actually, absolutely.
That's against the Constitution.
I don't care about the Constitution. If I'm being quite honest with you, I just think if we're being serious as like a human race, religion is just something that's stuck in the past. We really need to move fucking past that.
Yeah, but like that's not but like there are rights and freedoms. When you say move past something, you could say that like ideologically you'd like people to change their minds over time, right? But the idea that you would use the law to force people to abide by those personal views is fucking crazy. Okay, it's the exact same ideological views that people who are religious use themselves to then harm other people of other beliefs. Okay, and I think that the idea that you're going to force people to abide by a certain understanding of religion in of itself not only historically has been used to oppress people, but this would be used to oppress people as well.
Yeah, no, you're right. I guess I should word that better. I would say like, yeah, you could do whatever you want, but I think we need to separate it better, if that makes sense. You know, like church and state type level. I think we need to do a better job at that because it's just religion is too implemented into society to where it's being thrown in our fucking face. I think you should be able to do what you want. I actually agree with you on that. So I guess that would be my point. We need to do better on that, which is actually why I'm starting not to like Trump, if I'm being honest with you. The Israel shit really just threw me over the edge with him, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, I would say I just wanted to make that point with you and just
So
kind
you
of
don't support Trump anymore?
It's weird, man. Like a part of me does, but like a part of me doesn't. You know what I mean? I'm kind of in the middle for it.
Like if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, or you could choose not to vote, what would you choose to do?
I'll be honest with you, I'd choose not to vote.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming up. We are just looking for debates, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Let's get this next person up here real quick. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Let's get this next person up here. Alrighty, let's get this next person. Brand, thank you very much for the $5. Thank you very much. Women should be able to do whatever they want. When did women get eliminated in the English language? Yeah. Yeah, diabolical. A lot of people do. Let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Alrighty. Thank you very much for the hand art. Thank you so much. Let's get this next person up here. Please, everybody, only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Leslie, by the way, thank you very much for the $55 over on Venmo. Thank you so much. Congratulations on the 500 stream 500. I love your streams. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
6'7", 6'7", 6'7".
Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
And do you support Trump?
I would lean more towards Trump than Harris, I'd say.
Okay, like if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you choose to vote for?
I'd still go with Trump.
Okay. Sir, what the fuck is your account? No, genuinely, like, I'm serious. What the fuck is your account?
You like him?
No, this is insane. This is actually, like, it's getting embarrassing at this point. Like, how do you have so many AI-generated videos
It goes back to January.
Yeah, I know. Why did you do that?
I was trying to wait till I got your attention.
So you just wanted my attention?
Yes. So I would do them every single day because my friends, when I went to high school, I wanted to see if you would ever leave a comment on one of my videos.
Never.
Have you ever saw my For You page?
Nope. This is horrible. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I guess you're funny though.
They're not even.
How?
How are they funny?
The one where I had one where you're like putting Donald Trump in handcuffs and like carrying him out of Trump Tower. That was pretty funny. It's my second most recent one.
Okay. I'm confused how you like doing this.
It's funny.
How?
I thought you'd find it funny though. I guess. You want me to stop doing it? I can.
Yes. Yes, I
take it all
do.
down.
I'm sorry. You made this picture, sir. Okay.
That was my friend's idea. I would not do that one.
Sir, do you see this?
Down also my friend who did that one. You good, man?
Like, dude, this goes back for a while.
Yeah, just scroll down. Just keep scrolling. It just keeps going. And people have been wanting me to go up on your live. That's another reason why I'm here.
Are you even a Trump supporter?
I don't really actually support Trump, honestly.
That's what I thought, honestly. I honestly, at this point, I was like, what is going on? The waste of electricity required to produce those videos and of itself makes me want to cry. Like, all of those videos are so, like, cringe, bro. Like, bro, what? Why even make those videos? Like, you know what's up? How old are you? Let's get this next individual up here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Oh my gosh. It's actually diabolical. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
And do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, and what's your birth year?
2007.
Okay. And what month you born?
September.
Okay, and if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
His immigration policies.
Are you about to turn on the bathtub?
No, I'm not in the bathtub.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I am 19.
Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Election held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
I'd probably pick Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
I'd probably say, I don't know, I feel like his economic things, like, you know how you and Dean have been making out and stuff like that.
Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates as always. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yosef, how old are you? So the next person, only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yosef, how old are you? That was a totally separate person, by the way. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18.
I don't want to.
How old are you?
24.
Do you support Trump?
I do.
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
I would probably vote for Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
I support Trump because I agree with him on immigration, and then I would also say like the cost of living is very high, especially after the Biden administration, and then like the oil.
Okay. Did you know that he's caused inflation to go up?
Yeah, that's the biggest issue, especially with the Iran war. The cost of things really skyrocketed, gas, like groceries. But yeah, that's like before that, the gas was pretty low. I think like in the state of Florida, it was like $2.60 per gallon.
Yeah,
like,
but
it was
Trump
really
caused
low.
gas prices to go up by starting the war with Iran. And what have we benefited from the war with Iran? The answer is nothing.
I mean, the U.S. hasn't really benefited a lot. I mean, I guess people on the right, they see it as, to have relations with Israel, but like, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on that yet. I support Israel's ally, but I don't think we should, and go in debt more for the war.
Why do you support them as an ally?
Say that again?
Why do you support them as an ally?
I think they have a lot of regional power, and they're like a minority in the Middle East. They're surrounded by other Muslim countries. So I think it's important to.
So do you
defend
think
and
that
help them.
the Trump administration does what it can to help out minorities?
I think they do much better job than the Democratic Party. I mean, if you're talking
Really?
like
Can you give me an
in the
example?
U.S., I think giving out welfare and just keep them on welfare is not helpful. I think giving them a boost, but also teaching them.
Welfare economically benefits people.
Yeah, I agree. But like, if you just keep on giving it to them over and over, I think it just keeps them on it, and it gives them
Nope,
incentives to stay
it provides
on
a baseline. Many people get off of it because of the help that they have when they're on it.
But as it continues, like if you look at like inner cities, the cycle just continues. I know you are right. There are some people that will eventually get off it, but like they just stay
No,
on
it
a
reduces
long
the likelihood
cycle.
that people will be on these things because the way that they're structured, and this could be different depending on the state. Some red states don't structure it in the same way blue states do. Is that the more money you make, that you're going to lose benefits proportional to that. That would make it so that it still makes sense for you to make more money, right? So there is going to be a notion of the fact that you will be able to make more money, right, and that you will have a baseline. That's what should exist.
No, I agree. But do you not agree though? Like when you have to repeat the cycle, that people are just gonna get comfortable and they won't try to do something with the money, try to get them out of the situation. Does that make sense?
Not really, because I do think that the baseline oftentimes mostly works for that. I think that just because we say some circumstances inevitably this can happen isn't evidence that a majority of the outcomes from this particular policy is that. The predominant beneficiaries of these programs, right, such as food stamps, for example, are children. So, like, when we cut food stamps, that disenfranchises children. That ensures less children are fed.
Okay, well, yeah. When you say food stamps, I mean I would agree with like food stamps. That's like a specific need.
That's what the Trump administration has cut. They've cut food stamps for 2.5 million people on average every single month, and over 420,000 kids have been cut off of free school lunch and breakfast on average every single month because of it.
Okay, well, I'm not exactly aware of like that specific policy, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so given that you do know about that now, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I don't agree with that. I think it's good to like cut waste, but obviously like areas like that I think should stay in place.
Did you know that Doge spent more money on itself in funding its operations than they saved, according to the Government Accountability Office.
Wait, what specific operations are you talking about?
I'm specifically saying like the operations to try to get rid of waste. Like how much they spent on their operations.
Okay. I'm not really too sure about like that part. I'm not educated on that, to be honest with you. So I can't really say much to that.
Okay. So, I would say that Republicans, they don't account for the funds and where they're going to a greater extent. They get disproportionately give tax breaks to the richest Americans. They send a bunch of money to the Defense Department and spend a bunch of money on war, sending bombs around the world to bomb schools rather than build schools here in this country.
Well, I think like the tax cuts, I think they're mostly targeted to like lower income and then middle income, but also
No, most
the
of the tax cuts go to the richest Americans.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say that too. There are tax breaks also for the rich, but
No, most of them go to the rich.
Well, I mean, yes, but like it's mostly for the lower class or the middle class people. Now there are tax breaks for like the rich, but they're incentivized to put more money in the economy by increasing salaries or growing the business or growing jobs,
They're
etc.
actually more incentivized to do that if we put higher top marginal tax rates. The reason why is because it will impose a higher tax rate at the highest levels of income for those employers, therefore incentivizing them to do a tax write-off by giving money to their employees.
I feel like most companies don't do tax write-offs because then they're more incentivized to squeeze like the middleman.
They do have to do tax write-offs. Every single company.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say like when it comes like the like economic, I know, sorry. When it comes to like the finances, I'm not like a huge expert, but I would just say that's for I think how I see it. Does that make sense?
No, you could try again if you'd like though.
But I want to specifically talk more about like, immigration. That's where like, I feel is like the most important issue. I think that's why like when I voted for Trump back in 2024, like that to me that was like the biggest issue.
Okay. So immigration. So can you name one benefit that Trump's immigration policy has had on the average American?
I would say like deporting, illegal immigrants, people that have committed crimes, that should not be here in the first place, that came here over during the Biden administration.
Okay. So what benefit has that had on the average American?
Can you repeat that again? Sorry.
One, people were deported under the Trump or under the Biden-Harris administration. Two, what benefit has Trump's policy on immigration had on the average American?
I mean, when you say benefit on the average American, I think it benefits culturally, and then also like it makes the country safer overall.
How does it benefit us culturally, and how does it make us safer?
Well, most of these, well, I won't say most, but a good portion of these are committing crimes or should not be in the first place, wreaking havoc, and they don't know English. They don't.
You're wrong. So hold up. Only 5% of those detained by ICE have committed a violent crime.
But it's a crime, and it's a crime anyway to be here illegally, though. Like that's the first crime to create. So they're all commit a crime, though. You know what I mean?
Okay, I said violent crime.
Oh, you said violent. Okay,
yeah,
but like,
yeah, and then also like mass deportation, that doesn't make us safer because it doesn't reduce the crime rate.
But their statistics shouldn't even be a crime because they shouldn't be in the first place.
Okay, well, let me just tell you something. Like, we want no crime to happen in the first place. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree with that.
So then, like, isn't that assumed regardless whether they're undocumented or documented? I'm confused what the point is. They're specific to undocumented immigrants. No crime is supposed to happen.
No, but when they cross the border illegally, that's already a crime. So they shouldn't be in the first place.
Yeah, but like you have to understand that do we treat all crimes the same?
In what way do you mean by that?
Yeah, like do you think that there are some laws in the books that are unjust? Like for example, people specifically who had possession of M drug. It's legal in a bunch of states across the US. Do you think that those people who are in jail right now serving time for possession. Do you think they should be?
I think if it's a law, I think it should be enforced, but maybe not too severe.
So you
Like
don't. So you think that they should be in jail for simple possession?
Maybe not in jail. Maybe like a fee or something, but maybe not like for in jail for a very long time.
Okay. So it shouldn't be enforced in the manner it is.
I would do more research on this specific drug, but yeah, I would say so.
Okay, so then the point I would make is that you don't agree with how the law is enforced in every context or how it's enforced. And that's kind of what I'm saying, is that for undocumented immigrants who haven't committed a violent or serious offense, I believe they should be given a pathway to citizenship where they don't have to leave the country. And I think that will lead to better outcomes. It will ensure more people are vetted, more people go through the legal process. It will ensure a better system, a safer system, and it will give more time for law enforcement to focus on those that have committed violent and serious offenses rather than people just coming here for a better life. So the people who are actually a threat to the safety and security of our population.
And then with that way, would you say like if we gave documentation to all these illegals that are here right now, would you like agree that like we do like this one-time thing, but we don't do it again in the future, or is that
we have to make the legal process quicker alongside that? It can't just be
quicker.
Yeah, we have to make the legal process quicker. Yeah, so that means we have to take the money that they invested into like militarizing ICE. And we need to put that money into making the legal process go quicker to incentivize people to go through said legal process. Because what the process right now that exists of mass deportation, that actually funds the cartels, whether it be their drug operations, their human trafficking operations, etc. So the basis for what's funding the cartels is actually the mass deportation policy. So I would argue that my process would address these things to a significantly greater extent.
I don't know if making it like quicker is the best way. I think we should have. Honestly, I think we should have like a big pause, like moratorium, and like for like a 10-year pause, and then like reassess.
That's unfair to all the people immigrating to our country.
But it's not a right though to come here though. I mean, if
immigration is good for our country, really good for our country. If you don't have immigration, our country will be worse off in terms of debt, in terms of the deficit, in terms of GDP growth and productivity. Right, in terms of our culture. You say that like mass deportation was benefiting us culturally. I think it's harmful to us culturally.
In what way?
I think it's harmful to us in terms of our unity and how humanely we're treating people. I think it's harmful to us specifically in terms of our views, right? I think immigration is a very important aspect of our culture. And being anti-immigration, I think, is fundamentally against our culture. Right, so I think it's negatively impacting us culturally to be so anti-immigration.
I think immigration should be more like we should be more choosy on who we pick. I think we should not just let anyone in here. I think like refugees is a big no. I think
people have committed a violent or serious offense. I agree with you, but like those that have not committed violent and serious offenses, why would you want to restrict them from coming to our country? They're not coming here to harm anyone. They're coming here for a better life. And if they make our country better, let's let them help us.
But you're putting so much money into getting these people too as well.
But like they put so much money into our systems. They put more money into their systems than we spend on them.
But then it takes a while for them to actually like kick in, and then like their next generation or they're like their third generation. Like it's. And then I think it depends.
Do you have delayed gratification?
I would say so, but I don't think we should spend it on like other.
Do you think delayed gratification is really important?
I think delayed gratification is good, but I think we shouldn't rely on people from non-U.S. citizens. I think it's okay for U.S. citizens, but like we already have people here that already are trying to have delayed gratification. Like I don't think we should worry about like other people.
Yeah, there's already immigrants that have come over the several years that are paying for the immigrants that are specifically coming into our country right now. And then the process continues because immigrants, they decrease the deficit. Over the past 30 years, according to the Cato Institute, immigration has decreased the deficit by $14.5 trillion.
No, I think like the immigration you're talking about, I think it's like a nice idea, but I just don't think that's the reality though. You know what I mean? Like I think we should be like way more particular who comes. Like I don't.
Yeah, but like what benefit would that have?
I think like for me, like you're talking a lot about like how how it helps the U.S., but I think culturally and like how it changes the country is very negative.
How?
I would say one, like when you have people from like certain parts of the world come here and they don't assimilate. They kind of stay in their like their
What?
culture. And
Okay, when people come from what certain parts of the world is it bad?
I would say like Latin America, Asia. I mean, even parts of like Europe. I mean, it could be any part. But I'm just saying.
What parts of Europe?
I mean, I can say any part. I mean, I don't have like a particular like country. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because then.
So then, like, what specific? So you said Latin America and Asia. To me, it sounds like you don't want brown people in your country.
No, I'm for like non-whites to come here, but I think they should come in way slower rates. And I think
so you don't want as many brown people coming to your country.
Well, I think it's important to, like, keep America like with the identity that it is. But I think
does that mean being white?
I think being white is definitely like that's what made America. Like, do you disagree with that? Like, if Indians came here, do you think America would be the same if it was like back then? Like, you know what I mean?
Sir,
like,
I don't think our skin color has anything to do with the foundations of this country.
Not the skin color, but those ideas and cultures you bring with it.
So the ideas and the culture is what's relevant to you, not the skin color.
Well, not the skin color, but like that's been associated with the skin color, not like the skin color itself.
But it's not based on skin color, because you know that you could be non-white and engage with all of the American cultural elements that you're referencing, and that you can be white and engage with less of the cultural elements than people who are non-white engage with.
I mean, yeah, I would agree with
you just want people who are like pro-America to come to our country. That's immigrants for you. Immigrants who are coming to this country, they are coming here because they're pro-America, because they see a land of opportunity here. That's why people are coming to this country. That's why people put so much effort to try to come into this country. So yeah, if you want people to come to this country to be pro-America, they already are. And I would argue that people who immigrate to this country, oftentimes, they often be more pro-America than the people who are already here.
No, I would.
Do you dispute that? Like I tend to see that people who are immigrating to this country tend to be some of the most pro-American individuals.
No, I agree. Like, there are some people here that work hard, that they want a better life, but that's not like the majority of them. You know what I mean? Like, and I think if you take more,
yes, it is. The overwhelming majority want to come here for better life. What?
Well, they do want to come here for better life, but they don't want to like bring America higher up. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
they do.
They're not gonna raise the standard of living.
Wait. They're in America. So if America is brought higher up, so are they. Why wouldn't they want to bring up a country that inevitably would improve them as well? Of course, when they come to this country and they are going to live here long term, they want to improve the country that they're living in.
No, I agree, but like, I feel like that's more feasible if you bring in less people, so you give them more time to assimilate and learn the language, and we bring in more.
We don't need to give people. I mean, I don't know. You mean give? It doesn't give you any more time, depending on how many people we let in. And you have no basis in evidence to say that a certain level of immigration has been harmful to us, right? We've seen immigration be wildly successful in our country.
I just think we'd be more particular.
That is, you know what? That's one of the things I love about America, is the fact that no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, no matter what culture you're from, you can come here and you can have a place in this culture. That's a thing that I think should exist and should continue to exist. And that's one of the things that we should be proud about. Right, to be Americans, is that we have a multicultural society, a secular society with a rule of law, a democracy, where it allows for so many different people that come from so many different ways of life to all come live together. That's what we should be focusing on, trying to perfect, make better, and progress upon in our society. Not the opposite, not turning away from that to try to live towards like a white society or whatever. No, it is fantastic that everyone, no matter who they are, no matter what walk of life they come from, they can come here and become an American. That's fantastic. That's amazing. I love that about America.
I mean, that's like the idea of America, of like everyone coming in, it's like a melting pot, but no one like a melting pot is you're supposed to assimilate.
You don't need to use the language of melting pot. Don't even use that. I often find for some people that's a little bit too confusing. What I think that you should use is that people come here, we all live together, and we can live in peace and harmony all together. We found a structure where everyone can live together, no matter, right, these literally aesthetic differences amongst each other, these cultural differences amongst each other. They should not prevent us from being able to live amongst each other. We should be able to all live together while simultaneously coming from different cultural backgrounds, coming from different understandings. That is the culture of America, a diverse set of cultures all coming together, not just one specific understanding of, oh, we're just going to do baseball and hot dogs. That's not the only elements of American culture. And I promise you, that's not the only elements of American culture that you engage with. I promise you, you're probably at the Mexican restaurants. You're probably at the Asian restaurants. You're probably going around to all those different types of food all the time because those are cultural elements and diversity within the context of the society that you live in that you love to reap the benefits of. That's culture right there, whether you want to like it or not. And I promise you, you do engage with that. And I promise you, you love it too.
I mean, I would say I agree with like you said, like for the most part, but I think we should slow it down though. Like
Why?
I don't know. Because I think that people are having trouble assimilating, and they're keeping their.
What makes you think that people are having trouble assimilating? And what makes you think that slowing down how many people are coming will help us deal with that?
Say last part again.
What makes you think that people aren't assimilating? And what makes you think that slowing the process down will lead to better assimilation?
So, for example, if you look at certain parts of like the country, it's getting drovens of people, and it's just staying as like their own like identity. Like if you look at like Dearborn, Michigan, for example, like it's mostly people from the Muslim world, and it's just making all like their own little cut in the United States. Does that make sense?
Do you have an issue with Chinatown? Do you have an issue with Koreatown?
Well, Chinatown barely exists now. I mean,
there's a bunch of different Chinatowns that exist all across the United States, and it absolutely still does exist. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? What, do you have an issue with Little Italy?
Little Italy really exists. I mean, China. If you're looking at like the Little Italy in like New York,
yeah, like do you have an issue with any of these? These are all different communities, specifically within the context of the United States. That is fundamental to our culture. What is wrong with that? What's wrong with people specifically coming to our society and specifically having different cities within our society where there's predominantly a large percentage of the people that specifically are of that culture?
I know, but then they keep their culture and they don't drop it from when they came in.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, I think you should keep.
Don't you want people to bring their culture here? Like, do you seriously? Do you only eat like hot dogs? What do you do?
I mean, food's like totally different. I mean, I don't think you should bring like your own, like if your religion is very belligerent or like your way of life.
Didn't you argue this is a Christian country?
I would say it has Christian foundation.
Yeah, so
I would say it's culturally a Christian country. I wouldn't say most Americans are.
So that's
Christian,
religious.
Yes.
Correct. So then, like, who's to say that this should be the only form of religion allowed?
I'm not saying it's like the only form that should be allowed, but I think that when you have other people coming here that are very religious zealots that
we already have religious zealots in our country. What makes you think most people immigrating to our country are religious zealots?
I would say like people from like Muslim countries are religious zealots. I would say
predominantly people who are Muslim that come from those particular countries are often individuals who don't have those views. That's why they're fleeing those countries.
Yeah, but they still keep.
Wouldn't you think that the people with the hardcore views in alignment with those views would just stay there, rather than try to come to America?
They want the economic opportunity, but they don't want to assimilate culturally. So they'll keep their culture with them pretty much. But they can't differentiate why their country stunk or why it was bad. So they, you know what I mean?
Wait, okay. So I don't know why you're assuming every country that someone's coming from just stinks.
Well, I mean, they leave for a reason though. Like there's, I mean, if I was, let's say the British, like, and I came here, like, I'm leaving for a reason. You know what I mean? No matter like what the country is, and I stay to live here. Like, if I want immigration, you know what I mean? Like,
okay, then that's true about all immigration, which is true about basically every single American,
especially
ancestrally.
People leaving, countries in Africa and Asia or Latin America because their countries, they don't like the living standard, they want a better life for themselves.
You just have an issue with people who are non-white coming to our country.
No, I don't feel with non-white.
Africa, Latin America, and Asia. Tell me there's one thing that they all have in common.
I'll be more specific.
Is that they're all non-white?
No, I have no issue with Latin Americans. I mostly with like Muslims, with Muslim ideology, and you know what I mean.
Do you know what the First Amendment is?
I know what the First Amendment is. Yes.
Okay. Do you know that it prevents you from establishing a certain religion or even preventing people from coming here based upon their certain religious views?
Yeah, but like, okay, look at Dearborn,
So then,
Michigan.
how are you legally going to prevent Muslims from coming to the country? Are you saying that you want to violate the Constitution to do so?
I say we should limit immigration from there. I don't think we should completely.
That's
I think
still
that's,
violating the Constitution.
Well, if you look in the 50s and like the 1965 Immigration Act, that was passed, and that was not considered unconstitutional. I mean, it was limiting immigration from from Asia and like
Yeah,
Africa.
but this is specifically for a religious view. Okay, that's fundamentally and explicitly against the First Amendment. Like,
I mean, you would. I mean, obviously, you would word it differently, but like that's.
Oh,
the
okay. So
idea.
you're just admitting that you want to prevent Muslims from coming to the country, but you want to do so in a manner in which words it differently so that you still can get that outcome. That's still inevitably you trying to violate the Constitution.
The problem with like mass Muslim immigration is their religion is so belligerent, and they like for example like.
Yeah, I could say the same thing about Christianity. I'm an atheist.
But that's the founding of this country, though. I mean, it's a culturally Christian country. Like
So
everyone.
are we gonna? So do you think that I should be able to prevent radical Christians from coming to our country? Because I could define radical Christians as any person who's MAGA. So do you see when we start doing so based on listen here. This is where your ideological views break down. Because when you do so based upon preferences or ideological views, when I get into office and when all of the Democrats get into office, we're going to prevent MAGA immigrants from coming to the country then.
But there's no one MAGA.
Because we don't want the MAGA Christian ideology in our country. We think that's extremist. Okay? That's extremist ideology, religious extremism. We don't want in our country. No more Christian nationalists. No more MAGA. We don't want them immigrating to our country. That is not allowed. You understand? That's what we'll do if we get into office. And then you guys will get into office. And then you'll brand all the fucking people who disagree with you guys as religious extremists. You understand? This will break down into specific denominations of Christianity, attacking other notions of Christianity, saying that they're not real Christians and extremist Christians and wanting to prevent them from coming to our country. This will lead to vast levels of harm against religious communities, okay? Because all the different communities will start fighting against each other. Right? Everyone else has an extreme view to everyone else, right? When it comes to religion. So that's why freedom of religion is fundamental, okay? And if someone has crazy views relating to a religion, what do? We could try to convince them to not be religious, or we could convince them to hold a benevolent view of that religious view, which is what we're supposed to do in the U.S. as well with Christianity. Because realistically, a lot of Christian zealots, Christian nationalists exist in the country, have extremist views based on Christianity, and we're hoping that they accept more benevolent understandings of them or choose to not accept it in the first place. That's my view, at least.
Okay, yeah, I understand what you're saying, like Christian nationalism, like MAGA or whatever, but like but they're already American though. There's no one from like anywhere outside the world trying to come here and like some Christian zealots. There's, you know what I mean? Like it's the founding of like these are already Americans. Like that's very like a niche thing you're talking about. Like I'm talking about people that are actually coming here from another country that don't live here, or the idea is not even.
If people come with those values, we'll prevent those people.
But then like that's why I argue for very limited immigration though. So that way it gives them time to assimilate, and it's not.
Do you understand how then, like under this view, we can just like when Democrats get in office, we're just going to let in only liberals, okay? We'll let in a shit ton of liberals, only liberals, no conservatives. And then when Republicans get in office, they'll let in only conservatives. And if you let in less conservatives, inevitably over time, it's going to lean more left, right? Anyway, so it's like we're going to every time we get in office, we're going to increase it for liberal immigration. If that's the case, if you just allow the executive branch to like fucking decide who religiously is allowed in the country and who's not, then we're just going to prevent political views like at a certain point.
Well, what do you mean like letting like liberal immigration and like conservative immigration? Like what do you mean by that?
Yeah, we think like MAGA Christian and Christian nationalist ideology is not assimilating to our culture of being secular.
But like that's already like the founding of America. Like those like that's like an American idea though. That didn't come from anywhere else. Like I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, no. So I'm saying that these like Christian nationalists, they're not assimilating to our culture.
Like here in America.
Yeah. So we need to prevent them from coming to our country.
But they're
right?
already here and they're already like Americans. Like I don't understand what you're
Yeah,
saying.
I'm saying prevent people with those views from coming to our country.
That's like
because
so
the
niche. I mean,
Christian
like,
nationalists in our country are not assimilating to our culture.
But they're not like Christian nationalists like coming to America though. That's not like a case.
Yeah, they
though.
are.
Like,
There absolutely are Christian nationalists coming to our country.
From where?
Every country around the world. A certain percentage of people are Christian nationalists. You'd be surprised. A lot of people coming from a bunch of different countries around the world are Christian nationalists. Okay? And we could prevent all of those people from coming to our country simply because we think that they're religious extremists. Which I do. I do think that they're religious extremists. But you have to understand the implications of these views. They don't just have implications that benefit your perspective. They have implications that could benefit the alternate perspectives against yours. And you don't like those outcomes.
Okay, I would.
This is
I
why
would,
we have a society with checks and balances. And we have a society where we have these types of freedoms so that we can all live in a society together.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't think your point like exists though. Like saying Christian nationalists are coming to America and like wanting to change the American culture.
Yeah.
I don't think that's that is a
Yeah,
that
there are
is a thing
Christian
that
nationalists
exists.
coming to our country that want to prevent women from having the right to vote.
That's not possible because
That's
like,
not
that won't-
possible. It is. It is possible, and it is happening.
the idea of like women losing the right to vote is not possible. It's the 19th Amendment. Like it's not possible.
Oh, so
And then,
like the idea that Muslims are going to take over is just not going to happen.
no, but the thing about Islam is it's very
Does he not
belligerent
realize
religion.
that the argument you just made debunks yourself? You walked right into the point without realizing it.
But like if you go like Dearborn, Michigan, they're already trying to pass Sharia law. Like if you looked at like the local.
Okay, so Muslims, what percent of the society do they make up?
Like I think it's like 1 to 3%, somewhere around there. Like
So you think 1 to 3% of society is controlling the entirety of society, or is going to take over?
Not now, but like if we keep on having mass immigration from them and the birth rates of Muslims, they will become a huge portion of the U.S. If you look at 2050 or even like go past that, like there will have a huge say eventually. Not now, but they will eventually. I'm not saying they're like gonna
Okay,
like,
but
take
that
over
doesn't mean
now.
that they control our society, or they've taken over, or they've established Sharia law. Like what?
But I'm saying they will definitely make like if you look at the UK, they're already putting Sharia law in certain counties just to appease them. Like you know what I mean? Like
Okay,
I think that's
so
very
do you disagree
possible
with
in the
Shakira
United
law?
States. Sharia law? Yes, I do disagree with Sharia law.
Okay, and can you tell me one aspect of Sharia law that you disagree with?
If you look at like one case, this was like in I can't remember. I think it was in Saudi Arabia. Some woman got raped by a guy, and they blamed her for getting raped, and she was the one that got like punished, not the guy. Like stuff like that.
Yeah, that would be horrible, and exactly what MAGA does to E. Jean Carroll and to the victims that come out and talk about how Donald Trump has assaulted them. So, would you like to address the fact that Sharia law, like what aspect of Sharia law you disagree with?
Wait, say that again.
Yeah, tell me what aspect of Sharia law you disagree with.
Sharia law, it's from like the Quran. Though. It's a religious.
Yeah, so
it's from a religion. Like they don't. It's not like the actual law. Like
yeah, and I'm just saying
and
like
it's not. And it goes against.
What do you mean?
our
There
laws
is
here.
specific things. So can you tell me what aspect of Sharia law you disagree with? Name one specific aspect. If not, it sounds like it's just a buzzword to you.
I mean, I would say it's not a buzzword, but I'm saying it goes against like the U.S. Like that case I just told you right there, like that would not pass in the
No,
U.S.
can you tell me?
But that's
Can you
what they
name
want.
one aspect of Sharia law you disagree with?
I would say I don't have like a certain like case, but I just know that.
So, dude, this is what I mean. Maybe before you criticize something and say it's going to take over our society, you should probably look into what aspects of it you actually disagree with. Now, I'm not saying I agree with Sharia law. I'm an agnostic atheist. I'm just saying if you're going to make up a big problem about it, you ought to know what the fuck you're talking about, right? You ought to know what you even mean when you say that you're disagreeing with it. right?
But I don't have like a computer in front of me or anything. Like I'm just going out like based off like what I know. Like you know
You
what I
don't
mean?
need
Like
to. What I'm saying is that you should know that if you're going to make that claim, without being able to look at a computer, you should be able to know that. Just
But
at
I
least
told you
one
though.
example. I'm
But
not asking you for like, so much. I'm asking you for one specific example of something within Sharia law that you disagreed with. Again, I'm an atheist.
Like a case I gave you, or how
Yeah,
I
just
told
like
you
a
it's like
single
from,
example or
like it's from the
aspect of Sharia
Quran.
law you disagree with. That's like someone saying, "Oh, the Bible is so terrible, so horrible," and you say, "Name one aspect of the Bible you disagree with," and they don't know. Like, not a single example.
I mean, I don't have I'm not 100% sure, but I'd like Sharia law. There's like no freedom of speech, for example. Like that's like a big
So you
thing.
don't know. So you got to do research. And also,
Well, I
didn't
know-
you just argue against the First Amendment, sir?
I never argue against the First
You
Amendment.
did. You just argued against free speech. You just argued people with certain views should not be allowed into our country.
I said to like a huge. I think anyone should be able to come here, but I don't think we should allow.
Yeah, you said if someone has a certain view,
I
they
think we
should
should
be
limit.
restricted from coming to our country, correct?
Yeah, I said limit. I think we should limit them. That's different than like at all.
Yeah, so if they have a certain view, they should be restricted from coming to our country, correct?
I say limit, but not like completely ban. Like that's two different things. That's not the same thing at all.
I'm asking. You said limit, which means not allowed into our country, right? That's limiting is restricting, correct?
No, limiting is like very few. Like it's not like completely.
Okay, come on. Limiting is restricting. Can you agree?
Yes, but like okay, so like if you look at the U.S. like in the 50s,
Okay.
we limit immigration from certain areas, but they still had a
So you are
small-
restricting
small
you're
amount of
restricting
coming
people
here.
coming into the country predicated off of their views. Is that free speech?
Well, they're not American citizens, though, so it doesn't apply to them. Like I don't know what you mean by
Wait,
that.
but they're going to be and they're applying to be. And also like, so we're the fucking land of the free. If someone comes here and they're a tourist, don't they get free speech?
I mean, if they're already here, yes, but they're not here yet. Though
Are you saying
that's what I'm
tourists
saying.
because they're not citizens don't get free speech rights?
No, I'm saying a tourist, like they would have free speech, but I'm talking about people that are not here yet, that should not be here yet. Like, you know what I mean? Like it shouldn't be a case because they're not even here.
Okay, well, it still is relevant because you're saying you shouldn't allow people with certain views into our country, which is fundamentally against freedom of speech. Imagine if we
Not
wanted to pass. Imagine if we wanted to pass something that specifically says, we want to prevent Christian nationalists or MAGA from coming to our country. Would you be okay with that? Or if I wanted to pass a law that prevented Christians from coming to our country, would you be okay with that?
I mean, that's just not like a scenario though. Like that's not happening right now though. So like that's not like a fair way to look at it. I think you know what I mean. Like
No, but
there's no like
if a bunch of
MAGA, there's no-
atheists and like myself were advocating for that, would you say that's against free speech?
It's not. I would say with immigration, free speech are not connected. How you're like.
So it's not
describing it.
against free speech for us to advocate to not allow Christianity into our country.
I mean, you can advocate for it, but like, it's not gonna. It can't happen though. Like you know what I mean?
No, but if we
'Cause that's
passed
not-
if
that's
we
not-
passed that, would that be against free speech?
I don't think so because you're talking about like letting people.
It
in.
wouldn't
That's
be
not-
against free speech.
No, because that's you're connecting like letting people into the country with free speech of saying like that. That
It is.
makes no sense to me.
Yes.
I don't see like the correlation that you're saying. Like I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're literally saying you do not have the freedom to speak your mind because if you do speak your mind, then we will prevent you from coming to the country.
I mean, you could like voice your opinion as American citizens, saying I don't want this certain group or religion or whatever to come in the country. I think that's fair.
So you're saying because people have said things in the past, that's going to be us restricting them from the country because they've said those things?
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying how you're saying that I'm limiting people's free speech. They're not even here yet. Like that to me, that doesn't make sense.
Okay, well, you have to understand that it is free speech because you're saying people who are going to be legal residents of this country, in order to be legal residents, have to not have this specific speech.
But they're not legal residents yet. They're not even here yet. So, like,
Can I give you an example of a legal resident they tried to go after to do this too? The Trump administration tried to put Mahmoud Khalil, and they held him without due process for 104 days, and they tried to pass an executive order to remove him from the country for engaging in pro-Palestinian advocacy. And he's a legal permanent resident.
I think I've heard that case actually. Like I don't think like that was the right way to go about it. But like I understand what you're saying with him, but he was already here though. Like that's the difference. You know what I mean?
Legal permanent resident.
But he was here like in the U.S. Correct?
Yeah, and the Trump administration violated his First Amendment rights.
Well, I'm talking about people that are not here yet. Like there are. You know what I mean? Like
dude, that in of itself is still a violation of the First Amendment rights. But even if we don't need to even reference that because you won't think it's a violation of the First Amendment rights for some fucking reason, right? You can just reference this and how the Trump administration has undermined the First Amendment. Who can say where the road goes? Hello? Chad, you there? He left. Okay, nice. Fantastic. Let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates as always. Let's get this next person up here. I do have some people to thank, but let's get this next individual up here before we do so. For the 6,400 people over here on TikTok, tap that screen that's trending to 500,000 likes. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, everybody. It'll help get it out to more people as always. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Parker.
Taylor, thank you for the $2. Yes, you can. Make sure to let me know. Pat, thank you very much for the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Consider W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you. Yes, exactly. They'll overlook Trump's felonies, but they'll never overlook a misdemeanor of coming to the country unlawfully. Like, seriously. As well as, Tori, thank you very much for the $5. Thank you very much. Exactly, right? Like, it's so insane. Junior, thank you so much for the $3 twice. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I get you there. As well as thank you for the $1. Thank you very much. You're funny. You're funny. As well as Matthew, thank you for the $50. Thank you very much for the happy 500th episode on YouTube. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it, Matthew. Thank you for the $50 over on Venmo. Get some W's for Matthew in the comment section. As well as Fossey, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you. And yeah, seriously though. As well as Natalie, thank you very much for the $2.50. They said, I am from the UK, and I can confirm there's no such thing as Sharia counselors as described. They're, however, a bunch of white racists.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Have a good day, Parker. Well, thank you so much, Natalie. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for Natalie in the comment section. And make sure to go on to the next person here real quick. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. As well as Fossey, thank you so much again for the 50 cents. Thank you. And for the $1, thank you very much. Donald, thank you for the $25 as well. Thank you very much, Donald. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I know, right? Isn't it so crazy? I can't wait for them to be like actually like held accountable after the midterms for the fucking horrible shit they've done for the first year and a half so far. I can't wait until Democrats get elected and can finally do some investigations. What's about you?
21.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Election held today,
I would
Harris
say
versus
yes.
Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Say that again. You said Harris?
Election held today, Harris versus Trump, or you could choose not to vote. What would you choose
Donald
to do?
Trump.
Okay, for sure. Let me thank some people, and then we can move on to our conversation.
Yeah,
what was your
absolutely.
birth year again, though?
2005.
And how old are you again?
21.
And what month were you born?
July 22nd.
Okay.
Wow, I just aired out my whole thing.
Alrighty. Christine, thank you very much for the $1. Sydney, thank you very much for the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Summerlin, thank you very much for the $5 as well. Thank you. And I think I am fully caught up over on PayPal. I might have one more person, actually. As well as Austin, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Let me make sure to catch up over on YouTube Super Chat. Again, Austin, thank you for the $5 for the happy 500. Thank you so much. Let me catch up over on YouTube Super Chat. As well as Jenny, thank you very much for the $1. Thank you. Yes, I did. I talked about that earlier. It's absolutely horrible. Let me make sure to catch up here over on YouTube Super Chat. Alrighty. Let me see what people are saying. Medley, thank you very much for the $7. Thank you very much. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Of course, yeah, 500 is crazy, right? Brand as well, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Kalina, thank you very much for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Exactly. As well as Lord Tomioshi, thank you for the $20. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section. It seems to be. As well as Kalina, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the $5, the $2, the $5, and for the $5 as well. Thank you. You're totally right on all those points. Neo, thank you very much for the $20. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the W's for them in the comment section right now. Wasn't thinking until immigrants brought it over. Yeah, Christmas was brought over due to immigration. Yeah, you could definitely say that. As well as King of the Golden State, thank you for the $20. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I know, right? Isn't it crazy? Neo with the $20 twice. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them. Neo, thank you so much for all the kind donations. Thank you very much. Immigrants are more American than racist. The U.S. has always been a melting pot. One of the biggest symbols of America is the Statue of Liberty, which is pro-immigrants. Exactly. Val, thank you very much for the Galaxy. Ginger, thank you very much for the $5. Kalinas, thank you very much for the $2. Thank you. Twice. Padfree, thank you very much for the $10. Thank you. Kalinas, thank you for all the donations. Thank you. Mario, thank you for the $10. Shref, thank you very much for the $5. And I think I am fully caught up. Again, if you want to support me as always, Venmo, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. So you can support me over YouTube Super Chat as always. Alrighty, why do you support Donald Trump?
I support him because I believe that just the progressive state of America right now has gotten to a state where there is no, I would say, laid out set of ideology and just like political agenda to where it can follow. And I think that is just like a problem that progressive and like leftists will have more often due to, just trying to see things that, they do believe to be better. I think that it's gotten to a point though where Democrats can't really unite on a key list of ideologies as a support, because I think a lot of leftists are always changing and always flipping on what they might believe is right.
Okay. So can you give me an example of like me flipping on something I believe is right?
Not necessarily you. I think that people that have a lot more of a progressive nature, I think a lot of times I think you've seen, for example, we've had a big blossom just with Hong running for Senate with Mandami, with Al Sayed. I think we see a lot more socialists now in the Democratic Party. And I'm not saying that's bad.
Abdul Al Sayed, he's a capitalist.
Is he not a democratic socialist?
Nope.
My bad. I stay in.
He explicitly says he's not socialist.
Is Hong? Am I correct on Hong?
Yeah, I don't think she was elected either.
No, but I'm saying
she didn't even win.
I know, but we see a lot more though. A lot more democratic socialists, coming forth,
who are advocating for social democratic policy. So like so Mom Donnie's the scary socialist.
No, I'm not saying that. I think that I'm saying you see a lot of not as many establishment Democrats. I think that you're seeing a lot more of that. And
we love progressive liberals. Now tell us how we're going against our own values as progressive liberals.
I think just values changing to where I think, take Bill Maher, for example, where he will talk a lot about how he feels he's disenfranchised as an establishment Democrat because he feels like the progressive Democrats have changed too much.
Good. I hope he feels that way.
So would you not consider him a Democrat?
I think that he holds views that are fundamentally horrible. Like being pro-Iran war when we got nothing from the Iran war.
I would agree with that.
Right, like, okay, so like, I mean, I don't think Bill Maher is someone I'm going to be looking to for like a political leader, right?
Yeah, but would you?
People look at Bill Maher as like entertainment, right?
But would you consider him or Jon Stewart? Would you just consider them like establishment Democrats?
Wait, Jon Stewart's more progressive, isn't he?
But he will still, he'll still poke fun at that very left side that gets a little bit, that the quote
there are aspects of the left that are too left. No one disputes that. I'm a progressive that is not a socialist. I obviously think that there are some things that are too far left.
So you would say you're like a liberal, not a leftist?
Yes.
Okay, for sure. But would you see? But can you see how like that simple discourse versus the conservative side, where they stand by their values and those values haven't changed, and that's why they're winning elections, and that's why they're a more unified party. Do you see how there's more division within the Democrat Party?
I don't know. I think the division in the Democratic Party and the Republican Party are often very similar right now. If not, I think I might have an argument to say that it might be more prevalent in the Republican Party as of right now.
Like discourse
and like, for example, did you see what debate happened today?
That was that the Candace Parker versus the
Candace Owens versus Andrew Wilson. Andrew Wilson was representing TPUSA through that.
Okay.
Like funded through TPUSA, right?
Okay.
That's like the big right-wing drama right now that's been going on for the past literal year.
Yes. And Candace Owens has gone off the rails, though. She is also in the midst. Again, I haven't seen this yet.
She had 200,000 viewers watching her concurrently on YouTube.
No, I absolutely believe that she can create.
She's like one of the biggest right-wing creators right now. Like, I would argue, probably the biggest right-wing creator right now.
Yeah.
Like, for that type of content, like, to get 220,000 people watching the stream is diabolical. And it's not like uncommon that she gets over 100,000 people in her streams.
And what was the?
By the way, and I'm not like pro Candace Owens, by the way. Like,
no,
there are lots of huge disagreements there. I'm just acknowledging how large she is within the context of the Republican Party and how it shows that there's huge division within the Republican Party for like where people actually are.
No, yes, but I do think I mean I will say though, you do have I would say, well, so being in California, you see it where the Democratic counts the between Steyer and obviously that's over and we're waiting for the general, but between Steyer and Becerra, that was very big, and even Katie
that was
Porter
almost a
early
Democratic blockout. Now, wait, just having a difference in opinion in the party doesn't mean that they're so divided that they can't even work together. But you have to understand that Candace Owens' disagreement, specifically with TPUSA, is fundamentally separating them. You have to understand the distinction between the separation that exists in the Democratic Party versus the Republican Party. The Republican Party, it almost seems like they won't even be able to work together. But the Democratic Party will be able to work together.
Well, here's the thing. So you kind of brought away my example with Bill Maher and Jon Stewart, but they hold the same amount of political power and influence as Candace Owens and the other person she debated today. They're still.
I don't know. I would actually argue they hold less. Maybe you could argue Jon Stewart is up there, but Bill Maher is not that nowhere near Candace Owens.
Well, in terms of like for example, the late Charlie Kirk is the same level as Candace Owens in terms of political influence.
No, Charlie Kirk had way more than Candace Owens. It wasn't even close.
But in terms of political power, it's still nil on both sides.
I'm confused.
What do you mean?
I don't know what your point is here. I'm confused.
Oh, sorry, but I'll skip because I did like delve into it a little bit. But for supporting Trump versus Kamala, I would support Trump today because I don't believe that Kamala deserved to be in that nominee spot. There was no election there was no primaries for the Democratic Party that year. I know you're speaking on it today based on what Trump has done, and yes, I would still choose to support Trump because I do support immigration. I do close borders. I support, and I am in favor of that.
Okay. So you're in favor of closed borders. That's why you support Trump?
Yes.
Okay. You know that Democrats also want to criminalize undocumented entry. They just want to make the legal process go quicker.
I don't believe that should be the case.
We should make the legal process go quicker?
No. Yeah, I believe it should be strenuous, yes. I know that's very...
Yeah, didn't we I don't know how much more we could disagree upon this. Didn't we already go through this?
Not with me, but maybe the last
I thought maybe I went through it with the last person?
I got lucky. As soon as I requested, I joined.
Okay. All right.
But what was that process about? I don't want to harp on something if you've been talking about it.
No. I genuinely thought it was the same conversation. I apologize. Sometimes the conversations, they just they mix together. Yeah. So, sorry. Repeat your claim one more time, and then I'll respond to it. I apologize.
No, I believe that the Immigration Service of America ought to be strenuous as to be a part of this nation, I think the vetting process should be for that immigrant to prove that they
Wait.
are going to be a
I
productive
agree there should be a
member of
proper
this
vetting
country.
process. I just don't agree that it should take longer. I think that we can do a proper vetting process with less time than what we currently do by far.
No, you could. You could, but I wouldn't agree with it. Yeah.
Why?
Because I think that letting too many people, I just don't think we should be letting as many people in as we are. I believe in, yes, America is a melting pot, but the problem is, and I don't want to say any individual community because, I live in California. I live in a very immigrant heavy state. I love it here, but I think that there is some communities that don't wish to be a part of a melting pot, and then you see these kind of, not enclave is the word I'm looking for, but that's just what I can think of, where they set up these communities within their own where they don't wish to be a part of an American society. They wish to have their own, which I think is against America.
Can you give me an example?
I believe, and again, I am teetering on the line of kind of like this Islamophobia, and I don't want to, but I think Muslim communities especially are susceptible to this, and even Jewish communities are susceptible to this.
Okay. And why only those communities?
Those are the communities because again, because their cultural norms are so vastly different from what I believe is the average Americans. I believe that they like to be around their own, and that I think can prohibit melting from like cultural not cultural infusion, I guess, from happening. I don't think they like to coexist with the general populace of America a lot of times.
So what makes you think that Muslims in America are not coexisting?
I think
they are. As we speak, they are right now. Like
No, here's the thing. It's just like, but I mean in a deeper sense of, adopt, like in terms of the culture, adopting our cultural norms. I don't believe they do that.
Wait, so like, our cultural norms are very diverse, right?
Yes.
And that like you can come to our country and you can bring your culture here and you don't have to adopt every aspect of our culture.
No, yeah. Okay, no. Perfect. Yes. So that is an example. And for example, and in return, we say, yeah, your culture is welcome here and we will support your culture. But I think when culture differs too vastly, at some point we don't need to respect I don't think it's logical to respect every single culture. And I can provide a really good example for that.
And I'm not disputing that understanding. What you're not understanding though is that specifically means that you could then apply it to like case scenarios such as like MAGA, right?
Yeah. It could be case by case. Yes, it could be case by case.
So like if liberals don't want MAGA to come to our country, we should be able to ban MAGA.
Well, again, it's just like, he got voted in based off of support. He didn't get voted in based off minority. Didn't he win the popular vote against Kamala as well?
Kamala, yes.
Sorry. Yeah.
He doesn't have that support now, does he?
Well, again, it's just like, I speak for the younger generation who does tend to be a much more liberal generation is who you tend to see on here. I mean, I can speak as much as I can for my generation. Again, I grew up around a much more red-leaning side of things, but again, you have a big group of people that aren't on here, which is, the silent majority, which obviously probably do still support him.
Nope. If you look at the approval ratings, they're very, very low. They're actually like the worst of any president in the modern era.
See, and that can be the case, but them to still flip their vote over to say someone like Kamala Harris, I wouldn't say it. I mean, I think if you had
I think that would happen at this point.
Josh Shapiro, like if you said Josh Shapiro, or if you said another leader in that regard, then maybe. But
I don't know why you'd pick specifically Josh Shapiro. He has like very, very low national recognition.
Well, governor of a semi-bigger state in the East.
I think Harris has the most name recognition right now.
Well, it just I mean AOC has more name recognition, but I don't believe she's a better fit than Josh Shapiro is.
I think she is. She's got way more support than the Democratic Party.
Well, would you say that the candidate strength is based off support or off ideology?
Both.
So a winning candidate is the one to vote for. So you would pick a worse candidate if it meant they had a better chance of winning.
Yes.
Because for example,
unironically within the Democratic Party, yes.
And
because inevitably that would mean better conditions, because it's comparing the Democrat to the Republican. Like if the better candidate within the Democratic Party was going to lose, and the more moderate candidate in the Democratic Party was going to win, I would vote for the more moderate candidate to ensure that we would win against the Republican that's worse. That's just the reasonable and rational thing to do in the scenario.
So like a lesser of two evils, you'd say.
Yeah, that's obvious.
Okay, then that makes sense. So no, but I just believe, well, it's just in terms of chances of winning. Well, in California, we had the same thing in the Republican sector where it was like, let's not split Chad Bianco and Steve Hilton. I voted for Steve Hilton, although I believed in Chad Bianco as a better candidate, but I voted for Steve Hilton knowing that he was going to be the one that was going to make the ticket.
I wish more people would have voted for Chad Bianco. Why? Because less people would have voted for Steve Hilton, and we could have had a Democratic blockout.
Again, and it's funny, actually, now the people that are on Javier Becerra's team...
I thought it was really funny, and I wanted to say this while the election was happening, but I was like, okay, I can't tell people to not vote for Chad Bianco because Loki, it's better for us.
I will say this is the biggest hypocrisy I've ever heard from the Democratic Party, and I actually just strive you guys to not say this. When on all of Steve Hilton's social media content, people say, "Why are you running? I'm not voting for you. You're not even American." Be very careful, guys, when you say that, because I don't say that. I'm not going to say that as a Republican, but a lot of Republicans
those are Republicans saying that.
Well, no, I mean, they're not.
Yeah, those are like
those
are the Chad Bianco Republicans saying that. I'm serious. Those are not even Democrats. Those are Chad Bianco Republicans, sir.
It's the vote blues.
Nope, those are Chad Bianco Republicans.
Well, they know he can't.
That's literally what they said as an argument against Steve Hilton. That was their argument. Was I'm not voting for someone from the UK. I don't trust him. Because Steve Hilton got the nomination or the approval from Trump.
Steve Hilton, yeah, he is endorsed by Trump.
Yeah.
But I also believe, well, California, my state, Gavin Newsom did. Gavin Newsom actually would probably be a better candidate than Kamala Harris or AOC. Would you agree? For the Democratic Party?
No.
Not in terms of like name recognition?
No, I actually think that Newsom is worse than both Harris and AOC.
Okay, so we agree. We would agree on that. That's good. But back to, I would agree that AOC and Kamala Harris are better than him. But, getting back to what I said, about the immigration, what we were talking about in terms of immigration. I think that with those, I think they create settlement. I know in my community, within a 30-minute vicinity of where I live, they do have settlements in place that are only they've created a small form segregation of their communities.
Of who?
I would say like Jewish people. Well, Jewish people have, for a long time had these settlements, but I think Muslim people, you are starting to see a lot of Muslims in their own settlements of communities.
So, like, do you have an issue with like Little Tokyo, with little Italy?
Well, again, that's cultural infusion of look where they are. That's a location.
Do you have an issue with Chinatown?
But that's them wanting other people.
I'm just asking. Do you have an issue with Koreatown?
No, but
no.
Look
So
at
then,
what
like,
you're saying,
explain to
though.
me
But
what's the
look
difference.
what you're saying. These are big public spaces.
Do you have an
that
issue with
are
Amish people?
encouraged- Huh?
Do you have an issue with Amish people?
I think I would say they're weird. Yes.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Why?
I wouldn't say I have a problem with them, but we can agree they're odd.
Okay, so hold up. So let's just clarify. You think specifically they should be allowed to stay in the country even though they're not assimilating to American culture?
But they're not taking away any culture. They're not actively trying to grow theirs.
Wait, why don't you say the same thing for all the immigrants coming to our country that are bringing their own culture here? They're not taking away from our culture. They're just building their own.
But again, it's the infusion of what is Chinatown, what is Koreatown, what is Little Tokyo, what is Little
you don't
Italy.
like other cultures being in our society? That's called multiculturalism.
No, it's the multiculturalism, but that's what
Do you think multiculturalism is based?
No, yes. Well, base is good, right? Base means good.
Based is good, yes.
Yes, but this is what I'm saying. Little Italy, right? That is an effort in that. That is, yes, do a large group of those people live there? Yes, but it's surrounded by a big population of other people. But I'm saying they encourage people to go there. Those are tourist spots. Those are places to go. Those are places
They're not
where
just tourist spots. They're also places where people live.
I didn't say that, but what I'm saying is these are people. This is places where Americans are encouraged to go to learn about other cultures. You know what I mean? I'm saying the settlements that they don't want that. They don't want other people to go there. That's the difference.
What told you that? Who told you that?
Because you can't. I know that these places you can't go in there. It's the same thing with Scientology buildings.
Wait, when do Muslims say that you can't go into like Dearborn? Like, when did Muslims claim that?
It might be different in Michigan. I'm saying in California, that's how it is. That's how it is. That's from my personal experience in California.
Where in California can you not go?
In Southern California, there's places that are Muslim only. They're not mosques? Not buildings, but they're settlements. They're the communities that they've set up for themselves. They range from in the Inland Empire to Orange County.
Okay, and like, so do the Amish like let you go into their communities?
Yeah, but they wouldn't want you to stay for a while.
So let me ask. So they wouldn't want you to stay. So do you have an issue with Amish people living in our country?
I mean, it just I understand like I'm trying not to keep any inconsistencies because I do want to say the way I don't like I'm not saying Muslims are a problem because I have a problem. Also, someone in the comments is saying I'm racist. Muslims aren't a race.
Can you just please respond?
I don't have a problem with them as much as I don't have a problem with the Muslims. I think it's an example of why would you come here and not want that? Why would you not want to seek multiculturalism? Why would you not want to provide all the benefits America has for yourself by endorsing that multiculturalism? People come here because it is a melting pot and then say, I'm not going to melt though. And I think that's just, why wouldn't you want to do that? I think you shouldn't want to do that.
Wait, they're bringing their culture to our society. That's totally okay. Right? If you don't have an issue with Amish people, then why do you have an issue with Muslims doing this? Which, by the way, you couldn't even prove.
Well, I don't have, I'm just saying I'm saying personal experience, that's how it is. But I'm saying that's just from what I've seen with my own two eyes. And from what I've heard from other people, no, I don't have a cited source, if that is the proof that you
And does melting mean giving away your culture?
No, it means sharing. It means we'll take the best of everything that we have, our food, our dance, our music, our art. That's what melting pot is, and then we'll share it and we'll put it and we'll turn it into something better. And that because every country, every group of people
by the way,
has something
can you name
great
any county in the entirety of California that is
San
Muslim
Bernardino
only?
County, Rivers. Oh, that is what?
Muslim only.
There is no county specific.
Is there any specific city?
I'm saying it's even smaller. That's why I said. That's why I use the term
settlement. It's not a specific city. It's not a specific. So, where?
But is there any? There is no.
So are you just saying Muslims live there? Like.
But I'm saying I mean it in the sense of like, say if you had a housing district or a block, and
so there's a block where Muslims live, and it does it explicitly say if you go here and you're not Muslim, you'll get killed or something? Like what does it say?
But is that what the standard has to be? Is that what the standard has to be?
What prevents you from going into those areas if it's like a community?
It will be gated off.
There are gated communities. Sir, there are gated communities all across the U.S.
It's not a gated community in that sense. I understand. Like.
So what do you mean it's not a gated community if it's a gated community?
Like it's a community that they.
So you're complaining that you can't go into private gated communities?
No. See. So like why? See. But like don't do that. Like I get that. But like I'm saying that's what they're creating those. I mean, they're not established gated communities that they happen to live in. It's communities they've made, then therefore gated off to keep them inside and no one else to come in.
Okay, that's fine. You can do that.
And you don't believe that you don't believe that moving to America and not
Do you have
adulting
issues with
in
Mormons
Mormon-
doing that?
Doing what do they do?
Doing that exact same thing.
In living in living in heavy
Living in
Mormon
communities that are predominantly Mormon.
Yeah,
and
there's a
gated
difference
communities.
between predominantly and 100%.
Wait, you have no evidence that there's 100%. Like, give me a single community in the U.S. that's 100% Muslim where you can't go in if you're not Muslim.
There's
in a
there's
gated
places
community.
in southern. I'm saying there's places in Southern California like that.
Where?
There, I said across the Inland Empire and across Orange County.
Across Orange County, like the most right-wing area in the fucking state?
Yes, I'm saying they put themselves there in those places.
In the most
yes.
right-wing area in the state.
Yes. San Diego County as well, down near like Hamul and all that.
Did you try to enter?
No, I did not try to enter.
So then how did you know?
You can look up videos on this. You can,
Okay.
if you do your research on it,
I'll make sure to look that up.
Evidence to back
I don't believe you, and I don't think it's a big deal as someone who's living in Los Angeles.
As someone who's lived, well, that is a very blue and industrial city. So I just the city. I'm just saying, like, oh well, it's more like nothing's an hour away from you with traffic, but like I'm just saying, 2 hours from you, you will find stuff like that everywhere.
Okay.
Actually, I don't want to say everywhere because that can be taken for that can be misconstrued. Do
you have an issue with the white-only community in Arkansas?
Yeah, I would have an issue with that.
You would?
I would say if it's by coincidence, no. But if it's by selective process, then yes.
Okay. So
I think if it's selective, then yes.
Okay, and so this isn't you're saying the specific communities that have been created in the context of California. You're saying that there are selected communities.
I think if you make communities that are selective in an effort to segregate yourselves from other groups of people,
do you want to give me a source of a single community? I'll
I
just give you time to look it up.
I can't. My phone doesn't let me swipe off of here, but I would. But like I said, with communities, I think if you make a selective community,
Why
in
does
an
your
effort
phone
to
not
keep
let you
other
swipe
groups
off?
out. I don't know. I have the newest iPhone, but it bugs out on me a lot. So
you should be able to swipe out, and if not, I can just add you right back up.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, seemed to have worked. Mac, thank you very much for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now, maybe. As well as Kidwana, thank you very much for the $5 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That's a point I could try to bring up. I'd have to find the specific community to be able to show him. As well as Alan, thank you very much for the $20. Thank you very much for the congrats on the big 500 episode. Thank you. Garrett, thank you very much for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'll have to ask about that. Jaina, thank you so much for the $5 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. As a visibly queer white American, live in Little Egypt in New York City with a large Muslim population. I've always felt very comfortable and very welcome in this culture. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. As well as Taylor, thank you for the $2. Josie, thank you very much for the $2. Thank you for the happy 500. Thank you. Pat, thank you for the $2 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Exactly. Literally. I could definitely reference that for sure. As well as Jason, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, that's the point of progress. Exactly. So as Garrett, again, thank you for the $5. Let me make sure I'm caught up over on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Alicia, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you very much. Give some W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you very much. They said people need to stop with the whole forced assimilation thing. America is not a melting pot. It's a cultural mosaic masterpiece made up of so many different, uniquely beautiful pieces. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Hello.
As well as 10,000 seconds. Thank you very much for the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I think so. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. As well as Alicia, thank you very much for the $20 as well. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Yeah, what's up?
Hear me?
Yeah.
Half swipe out.
When you swipe out, I can't hear you.
Sorry. There's in Anaheim. There is a Little Arabia there. That's what it's called, Little Arabia.
Okay. And in Anaheim?
Yes.
And you're saying no one can go there if they're not Muslim?
There've been several news outlet reports of very bad treatment from non-Muslims who enter there.
Wait, so you can go there?
Not without being discriminated based off of your religion.
Okay, you're
Which
fucking
would
stupid.
be-
You're lying.
You can look it up. I'm asking you to look it
Dude,
up.
you're
I'm not,
lying.
I'm
sorry.
What I'm telling
I have
you,
been around the Anaheim area. Okay, there's nowhere in the Anaheim area, in that general area, I would not
look
be
it
able to
up.
go.
Look it up. I'm saying you will be discriminated.
Dude,
I'm
that's
not.
right next to fucking Disneyland.
It's Anaheim. Everything's next.
That
to
is right. You
Disneyland.
just named a place right next to Disneyland, like fucking 3 blocks from, like literally like a few blocks from Disneyland. Okay, don't
I'm
fucking
aware.
don't fucking tell me I can't go there. Okay,
then go there.
Okay.
Go there and see what would happen. I'm saying there's been several reported news articles about it.
Of being disenfranchised. I'm sorry. That's everyday life for
Discriminated.
Muslims in America. That's everyday life for black people in America. That's everyday life for women in America. That's everyday life for gay people and trans people in America.
And that's wrong everywhere. And that's always wrong.
Okay, so then like I'm sorry, you're complaining about like one place where you feel like you'll just be treated differently, which by the way is like not even happening.
But you're gonna say, by the way, not even happening.
Yes.
Because if there's worse examples of something going on,
I don't think that
else,
I don't think that if you're a white person and you go into there and you're not Muslim, that you're gonna get hurt. Like, come on.
But I'm saying what you're saying is, since worse discrimination is happening somewhere else,
I'm
that
saying
the
there is no
discrimination there
basis
doesn't
to even
matter.
cause that there's discrimination here. And yeah, you would never refer to other forms of discrimination which are objectively more harmful as this as like you couldn't go into these areas.
So because discrimination is worse elsewhere, this discrimination doesn't matter.
This isn't discrimination. Where's the discrimination?
If you can, there's
How were you
articles
discriminated
listed.
against in going there?
Discriminated, bad treatment, unequal treatment.
How? Can you name one way you've been treated bad when you've gone there?
If people saying things, people looking at you
So
differently.
you've
people
heard
not
that
wanting to be
someone's
around
gonna
you.
look at you if you go there?
I'm nuts. That's
Your
not
first
what I
argument
said.
was it was a gated community where you weren't allowed in. Now the arguments you're gonna be looked at in a weird way.
Those
Oh
are
fucking
settlements-
hell,
those
man!
are-
Oh
those are
shit,
settlements
dude!
near me.
No way! Fuck, man! Those stern looks. Oh Jesus Christ, dude! Save us, Lord, please, please save us, Lord. They
Those
looked at
stern
us a
looks
little
happen to-
crazy.
those
Lord,
stern
please
looks
save us.
happen- those
Please save
stern
us,
looks are
Lord. They looked
given
at us
by
in a
other
horrible way.
people. Those stern looks are given by other people to another group of people in America, and it's just as frowned on as it
Dude,
should
oh my
be.
God, they
As
looked
it
at me.
should be.
They looked at me. They looked at me in a way that I thought they shouldn't have.
I think you disregarding a general safety concern of like being self-aware is kind of harmful in its rhetoric.
Hey, Austin, thank you so much for the $1. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. They said I drive through Little Arabia every day to go there and from work. And I get gas there. I get food there. There's a small mosque with a gate with lots of Middle Eastern businesses. I have no problem ever there.
Anyone can say
Thank you,
anything.
Austin. I appreciate it. Thank you. I didn't think otherwise, to be honest. Like it's just so absurd.
Yeah, anyone can say anything.
What? They go there all the time.
Yeah,
Is
you
it
can
is it
say
a gated
that.
or restricted area?
I'm speaking from the places near me.
Oh, come
That's
on.
not.
And you've
that's
never
not-
even been there.
But what I'm saying is you asked for a specific community. So
Yeah,
I gave you one.
I
so
should go there. I should go there and go get
what
some
I'm
food.
saying is what I told you is true where I am.
If it weren't
But
so
you-
far away from me, I would go. I would not just to
But
prove a
look,
point.
You're not that far away.
I mean, it would take me a while in LA, bro.
I am in. What time is it? 2 p.m. I could get. I don't know where you live in LA. Say you live in like East LA or something. I'm like an hour away.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that just to prove a point.
No, you are on here a lot. To be fair.
You think I'm gonna drive an
But-
hour there and an hour back, and then also like have to
You can go
deal
to
with that
Disneyland.
level of traffic near 5 p.m.
You can go to
specifically
Disneyland during
just
the
to be able
day.
to prove a point?
Go there at like 9. Go to Disneyland at 10.
Yeah, if I'm going to Disneyland, it's like a fucking day-long thing.
No,
Okay.
it's not. Okay, I'm not gonna. Let's not argue about the geography.
Meaning
of
I'm
California,
gonna
but
stay there for like the
I
rest
know
of
what
the
you
day once I get there.
You don't have fast track?
What?
I'm
I
just
mean,
kidding.
if you get that's
But-
only you only get that for like one ride, then you have to wait a while for it.
What, fast track?
Yeah, that's the one where you
No,
get
no,
like a
no.
free one after at the end of every ride. Or
No,
are you
you
saying
get
you
a
get like the?
no, if you have like a transponder, you can be on it as much as you want.
Oh, I don't get that when I go to.
No, you're all good. No, you're all good. Sorry.
Bro buys like the VIP like
No, it's like
fast fast
it's
track.
like you just like put $20 into it and you could like drive on it all day. But
No, it's only in specific. Okay, whatever, it's fine.
if it says no, my bad. I didn't want to get off topic. But
Leo,
sorry, if
thank
it
you so
says,
much for the $10. We grew up in the Anaheim area. Mom worked in Little Arabia. We are white Cali born and raised family. Never had experienced any issues. Lol. Dude, that was so embarrassing that you tried to bring that up as an example and it's just not working for you, bro.
well, I'm gonna say what I've seen, and maybe
Dude,
it's
I
just,
knew
maybe
right
it's
when you
more where I
cited where
lived.
it was. I was like, you're
Well,
fucking lying,
I
bro.
gave look. I just gave you where I'm just saying. You asked for like a named location. The gated communities, I don't know a name and I don't know a specific
I gave you
street.
time to look it up.
So,
Go ahead.
well, I'm saying no. I just wanted to give you a more well known place
That
where
isn't
one
meeting
of
any
those.
of the criteria that you're mentioning.
I just meant I wanted to meet it in the criteria of known with like named known location.
Yeah, which doesn't even prove your point. So
Well, because again, like that big name location, like there is probably no problem with Little Arabia. I'm saying there's no problem with places like Little Tokyo, Little Italy, like that prove the
10,000
point
seconds.
of what
Thank
I
you.
said.
Little Arabia is a tourist destination. They have their own website. Well, thank you very much.
Well, like again, those places like Little Italy, Little Tokyo.
So
I'm
wait,
sure
by the
those
way,
places are.
you just said like these are communities where like they're not allowing people in. You just
I'm
gave an
saying, like,
example of a community where
well,
they
this
allow
is-
people to go
This
in.
is, but it's again what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is residentials. But
So
like,
go
again, like,
ahead,
Little-
look it up. Give me a single example. I'd love to see it. How badly do you want to be oppressed?
What'd you say again?
How badly do you want to be oppressed as a white dude in America?
I'm not oppressed. I don't believe I'm oppressed.
Well, you think that you're going to be discriminated against.
I wouldn't go into an area where I think I would be discriminated against.
So, but you have no evidence that you're going to be discriminated against. You're just assuming that they're going to discriminate against you because you're you.
Can you repeat that last part? I'm so sorry.
You're just assuming that they're going to discriminate against you.
But but is that are other groups of people okay to assume that they could be discriminated against?
Yeah.
Is it
communities
because
that
I'm
are
white?
actu-
Is it
communities
because
that
I'm
are
white I can't
actually
assume that?
to be discriminated against. Yeah, you're not discriminated against in our country, so you have no basis to believe that you're going to be discriminated against. Whereas like other groups and communities who are marginalized in our country, they do have reason to believe that they're going to be discriminated against within the context of public, depending on the area that they go into. Whereas you, I don't believe that because I know damn well, especially by going to those areas myself, that I am not treated that way. There's like nowhere I'm going to be disenfranchised in this country because I'm white. Okay, like just like this idea is absurd.
White people in America cannot be disfranchised.
Not for being white. I don't see anywhere in the country where we're disenfranchised for being white.
Well, that's just what you believe, though.
Yes. Can you tell me?
Okay.
Can you tell me how we're disenfranchised for being white?
I think white people. I think a big presumption is that all white people are racist, and I think that's something that a lot of people will. That's a mantle a lot of people will put on white people before knowing them.
Okay.
Regardless of political view.
Do you understand that they could just be using a different definition of racism than you?
Why is racism not a black and white definition?
Technically, no. Not all definitions don't have one specific definition. They can have multiple. Think about the word hot. Okay, you could be referring to spicy. You could be referring to temperature. You could be referring to attractiveness. Right? Like there are multiple different definitions depending on the context for so many different terms. It's not just one definition.
Just one definition of believing that
So
one race
I think
is
you're
superior
speaking. I
or
think you're
inferior
speaking
to
past
another.
people who are saying that.
In
Like
regards
I don't
to-
believe that myself. Like I don't go around saying that, especially because I think what that means to people. I think it's not like the best way to communicate the idea.
Okay, but like to say that, well, like just to make sure like we have the same one, like to be a racist would to mean that you believe that your race is superior or that another race would be deemed inferior in your own eyes. Would be if someone had that ideology that they would be a racist.
To say that white people are racist because of the way they're socialized?
No. But we would agree that
if someone believes this, if someone believes that their race is superior to others, they would be a racist.
Yeah, that's believing that white people are racist because they're socialized to be that way does not mean that you think white people are inferior because they're white.
No, but to say that they're racist because you would believe that they believe they're superior.
What?
Sorry, that was confusing.
Wait, wait, they're not using that definition.
What definition are they using?
They're not. They're using a definition that's simply just predicated off of the fact that there's going to be a socialization of racism in society. Okay, not that every individual, unique white person believes that they are superior themselves. That's what their position is. Now, again, I don't think it's the best way to communicate the idea because I think that it really breaks down for individuals such as yourself, right? Whereas like you just like can't possibly understand that. Like to be honest with you, that's why I just don't even try to do that. Because like I just think you will never be able to get it in the short term, at least.
All right. So are you? But are you trying? Are you like presenting like a systemic idea of the race of racism?
There are different notions. I guess you can, yeah. Yeah, that would be like within the context of that view. That can be an aspect of that ideological view.
So can you repeat the very first part of what you said? A phone call
that can be a part of the ideological view.
That can be a part of the ideological view. Okay.
Yeah.
I get that. But I mean, and sorry, getting back to a little bit of what we said about, but like America being the melting pot, it's just that I don't want to like compare and contrast cultures because I think there is good to be brought from almost every culture, whether it be their art or their language or their writings and what they've learned throughout them being a society.
Wait, you're saying that you're discriminated against in society because some people, a very small portion of people, think that all white people are racist. That's it? That's really what you believe you're being discriminated against in our society because of?
But it's the thing, it's like when you say small and when you say numbers like that, I think there's a big group. I think
Do you think a larger group thinks that or is racist?
I think the same way when people say Trump had a little bit of supporters and then ended up winning are the same people that say no one thinks that, but a lot of people end up thinking that. I think it's the same logic there.
I'm confused what your point is here.
I think a lot more people think it than say it.
Okay.
I don't think something has to,
a lot more people think what?
I think a lot more people believe that all white people are racist than say it.
Okay. And what evidence do you have for that?
But again, that's like what I'm saying is speculation. Like that sentence was speculative.
So there is no evidence. It's just a trust me, bro.
It's just from being more online and seeing comments or seeing posts that are about that by other creators, and then you see comments responding.
Dude, I'm like one of the most online people.
Like, well, again,
you can't just say like your source is being online. Dude, my whole job is being online. I'm online like all the fucking time talking about politics.
No, absolutely. But again, my For You page might just be differently hardwired. Because again, I used to.
So that could just be just your For You page then. Then that's not everywhere.
Election time, I used to see you, Dean, Harry, and the other guy every single 4 swipes of a video. And now, I saw you I was scrolling for like an hour before I found you. So I have no idea what goes on.
So, okay. I mean, that would just be your For You page at the time was more political than it is now.
Yeah. But okay. But the thing is just I think it's not so much of the disenfranchising. I think that there's a lot more things that are taught. Like I like Ilhan Omar has proudly expressed her dislike for white people. And I can't, and that one, if I look, I
she hates white people.
I didn't say that. I didn't say she said that. Same with AOC, but I could look up
AOC
things
did not say that either.
About how she says that. I think by saying that,
according to the racist logic, she was married to she was engaged to a white man. So
no, a ginger white man at that. No, absolutely. But hey, they got divorced. So
wait, so since she was engaged, since she did date a white man, that means she's not racist, right?
I mean, though, it's like, no, but here's the thing. I think you could actually agree. Who knows on that one? That might not be enough.
I think you would
Remember,
agree that just
yeah,
because
since
you
she
dated
dated someone
of
who's
the
white, there's
opposite
no
race.
possible way that she could be racist based on
I,
your
I
guys'
think
reasoning, right?
I think you would agree that that's actually a little dishonest. I think
Wait, that's
we
your
could both
guys'
find.
reasoning.
No, I never said that, but I think that we could agree that you could marry someone of not an opposite race, but of a different race than you, and still be racist. I think we could both agree on
Yeah,
that.
I agree with that. I was just making a
No, that
play
was a
on
good one.
words
I'm
with your
glad you
point.
said that though. That was like you could have gotten me for sure there, pretty bad. But no, I would say it definitely it probably puts her in a more favorable view. It's like Kamala Harris picking it's like Kamala Harris and Hillary Clinton both picking very boring white governors for vice president. It just makes everything look a little better. Tim Kaine and Tim Walz are both very same thing with AOC and having a white husband. It could be the same in that regard, just for the looks.
That's so
they could
stupid.
love them.
What?
Or they could love. Well,
This
I
isn't
mean,
like picking a vice president. You're talking about like her partner. And that's a joke, by the way. It was making a joke. You don't have to like run too far into it.
No,
I wasn't
mean, a lot
actually
of
saying that myself, bro.
No, I know, but I mean, like a lot of politicians, definitely. I mean, especially if they're career politicians, they might make decisions in their life that are going to benefit their career over actually make them happy.
What's the point of you telling me this?
No, just like in like sequestering to, you could be racist and marry someone of a different.
Yeah.
gender,
I
for
think we
sure.
understand that. I think
Yeah.
we were just making a joke. Remember?
No, you're right. My bad. I took it too far. I was doing too much.
It's okay. It's okay. I don't know why you're explaining it to me when I already understood that. I'm like,
damn, everyone's making fun of like words I use. I'm just trying to use like a decent vocabulary. But
welcome to the internet, bro.
I know it sucks, right? But I mean the same thing with like Dean's. I don't think Dean's really balding that bad. I'm balding the same amount as him. I wouldn't make fun of him about that.
Then you should hop on Finasteride, bro.
Or GHKCU, I think is also good for that. I heard, but
yeah, do look at something that
I don't want to.
is FDA approved with evidence.
Yeah. I can't inject anything into me. I would never do that.
And talk to a doctor before you do so, of course. But
yeah, but
I'm just telling you what was effective for Dean and I.
Yeah. Oh, for you?
Yeah, bro. I'm on Finasteride.
Oh, bro, do you mind? Okay, I want to say like one last thing before I leave, but do you mind if I turn my camera on real quick? I'll show like my hair. My hair is bad.
You don't need to do that. Don't do that on the stream, bro.
No, bro, I'm getting flamed. Okay.
You're good. You're good. How about you just hop on the Finasteride, bro?
Okay, I'll
save
say,
you, bro.
I'll say one more thing just about America, because I've seen a lot of people in here talking about, oh, it's not a melting pot. I do endorse multiculturalism. What I'm afraid, this is in California, and I can actually say this with my own eyes. If you go to, I don't know if you know where Yamava is. It's a casino in California. It's located in Highland, California. And this is a place where if you go there, you will, or in San Bernardino, California. I'll just say that I'm in San Bernardino, California. A very much minority. They're not the minority is not the minority there. It's very heavily Hispanic and Black. But I love Black people so much. I want to speak more on the Mexican people, not because I don't like them anymore.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just getting cringed out. I'm just gonna go to the next person. I'm sorry. I gotta go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, 19.
Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Okay, if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
I'd vote for Trump.
Okay, and why do you support Trump?
Do you like secure elections?
Yeah.
All right, then why do you not support him? We got secure elections now, and we got secure borders. We got secure streets. We've had low crime rates. What's there to not like about that?
Okay, the elections were already secure.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do
you agree?
Can you tell me why?
The crime rate was already going down since the pandemic.
Already going down? Well, then why have we had the lowest crime rate since like 1918?
That's not true.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
But I got that from the WhiteHouse.gov.
That's the partisan source from the government. That's literally the Trump administration. You're trolling.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Alrighty, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Alrighty. Olivia, thank you very much for the hand heart. Thank you. Let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Alrighty, only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Alrighty,
I was
everyone,
like,
only
you know
send a
that,
guest
like,
request
the
if you're a Trump supporter
minefield,
above the
like,
age of
over
18.
the outpost on something like that hill.
Okay, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates as always. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Alrighty, let's get this next person. Give us a quick second, y'all. Give us a quick second. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Justina, thank you for the $5 for Hey Parker. Okay for a question? Of course. They said, thinking back to 500 episodes ago, what is a memory that was going through? What a memory that was going through your mind at the time that you could share with us? Thinking back 500 episodes ago. Oh, I remember the thoughts that I was thinking 500 episodes ago was that TikTok might be destroyed. Like, anyone remember that time where for like 12 hours TikTok was shut down? Anyone remember when TikTok was shut down for like 12 hours and we thought the world was ending? Okay, maybe not we, maybe just me. I thought the world was ending. And yeah, because like I had not built up a YouTube yet at that point. I was just on TikTok. I didn't really have Instagram much yet developed, so I was like kind of fucked. And yeah, so I was like, it was like I feel like beginning at the YouTube streams, it was like partially out of like worry, like to like ensure that I had an account. And I honestly also was like, I don't know if people will watch me very much on YouTube. I never expected to be able to send out this much into the YouTube algorithm, even so. Like I've kind of passed all my expectations. Like we're nearly gonna hit 600,000 subscribers on YouTube here pretty soon, which is fucking nuts, dude. What are we at right now? Let me check. Let me go to YouTube. I'm pretty sure that we are like really, really close. Yeah, we're less than 4,000. We're less than 4,000 away. We're actually 3,300 away. A little less than 3,400 away from 600K on YouTube, which is nuts. That is crazy. 600K for 500? Nah, I don't know if we'll be able to do it. I don't think that's possible. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi, my name's Elmo.
Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. But thank you so much, Justina, as always. Ryan, thank you very much for the $5 for being chronically online. Leslie, thank you very much for the $10. Thank you very much. Love your show. I'm a boomer. Can't stand the MAGA crazies. I totally get you there. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Jennifer, thank you for the $10 for the happy 500th episode. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Brianna, thank you for the $1. They've been okay so far. Oh, I'm so sorry I didn't see that earlier. They've been okay so far. The debates haven't been too out of the ordinary, I want to say. Garrett, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. That must be true. Thank you, thank you. And I think I'm fully caught up there. All right. How old are you?
Parker, I love you.
Appreciate you very
Parker.
much. Let's get on this next individual. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
22.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Sorry, what did you say?
If the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump, 100%.
What state do you live in?
Sorry?
What state do you live in?
Texas.
What time is it?
It's 10:40. It's 10:25.
Really? I didn't know Texas dropped a new time zone. New time zone dropped in Texas. Woo! New DLC pack. You know what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
What's your birth year?
2008.
What month you born?
January 18.
Okay. Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who'd you rather vote for?
I'd rather vote for Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
Because why not?
Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Alrighty, give us a quick second, everyone. Trying to get this next person up here. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay. Let's get this next individual up here. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, everyone. Let's try to get to 2,000 likes if we can. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, Parker, man, I got them Clippers. Come down to Minnesota.
Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter. It went from Vegas to Minnesota. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello, I'm 18, born 2007.
And what state do you live in?
Well, New York, but I'm Austrian American, so right now I'm visiting my family in Austria.
Okay. Can you tell me 3 states that border New York?
Yes, of course. Pennsylvania, Vermont, and Connecticut.
Yeah, I just heard you click to do that.
Oh no, I clicked to my Word document that I've prepared for the debate.
I don't believe you. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. You have how old are you?
Hello, I'm 18.
Do you support Trump?
Yes, I support Trump.
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
I'd probably vote Trump.
What's your birth year?
Birth year 2008.
Okay. And what month are you born?
June 6th.
All right, for sure. I have some people to think, then we can move on to our conversation. Just give me a quick second real quick. Thank you very much, Mask, with the $100. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your happy stream B-Day. You look fantastic for 500. Thank you very much, Mask. I appreciate the $100 over on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you very much. That's so kind of you. Yeah, 500 is a crazy milestone. I'm not going to lie. I'm excited to see how it's going to continue from now. I was surprised to see that we were so close to 500 already. As well as Tom, thank you for the $2. Thank you very much. Jack, thank you very much for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I know, right? As well as Kidwana, thank you very much for the $10. Thank you. Sarah, thank you very much for the $10 as well. Thank you. Kimberly with the $20 over on Venmo. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Hi, Parker. I'm a long-time watcher after the last guest had to come up. I was born and raised in San Bernardino to Hispanic parents. I'm 2 years away from earning a psychologist. All because of the values of my immigrant parents taught me. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Kimberly. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And good luck with your psych degree. Good luck with that. Good luck with that to become a psychologist. That's amazing work. Amazing work. As well as Lindsay, thank you very much for the $2. Thank you very much. I'm about to go into my first year of college. You and Dean's live streams will keep me sane. So thank you in advance. Haha. Keep making those MAGA people mad. Well, thank you so much, Lindsay. I really appreciate the $2. Thank you. As well as Salma, thank you for the $100. Thank you very much over on Venmo. Thank you. For Parker, there's no amount of words to describe how much appreciation and love I hold for you and Dean. It's very disgusting what's going on. You are a great friend, and honestly, 100 is not enough for everything you do. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Salma. Put some W's for Salma in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the kind words. Seriously, that is unbelievably kind of you. W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. Thank you. Alrighty, I think I am fully caught up on the stream, other than, let me make sure on YouTube real quick. Toby, thank you for the $10. Neo with the $10 as well as Rachel, thank you for the $2. Kalinas, thank you for the $2. Sarah with the $10. Thank you very much. Yeah, I totally agree. That's what I thought the same. Carlos, thank you for the $1 as well. And then Jordan, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate. Thank you. I'm glad that we can be there for you. Thank you very much, Jordan. And then Ashley, thank you for the $5. Arcola, thank you very much for the $10 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate. Thank you. Based as well as Lord Tomiyoshi with a $10. Thank you. Alrighty, I'm fully caught up. Why do you support Trump?
Wait, first, I just want to hear the reasons why you hate Trump or why you quote unquote dislike Trump. I want to disprove your reasons and your reasonings, if that's fine with you.
It's a long list. Is that okay?
You could just summarize it. Yeah. Go ahead.
Like, how long would you want a summary to be? I can give you a 30
Just
second
go. Just
summary.
go.
I can
Yeah,
give you
yeah.
a
Go 30
minute and a
seconds.
half long summary. I can give you a
You could
5
go
minute
30.
long summary. Which one?
You could go 30 seconds. You could go 30 seconds.
30 seconds? Okay. Well, he's held civilly liable of sexually abusing Eugene Carroll. He's tried to undermine our democracy, called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution, pardoned violent rioters who beat police officers, called them patriots. He's literally passed a big, beautiful bill that cut 2.5 million people off their access to food stamps on average every single month, 10 million people off their access to Medicaid on average, or what's called 10 million people off their access to Medicaid. He's cut 420,000 kids off of access to free school lunch and breakfast on average every single month, which added $3.4 trillion to the debt as well through the big, beautiful bill. And most of the tax breaks went to the richest Americans.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Come on. You seriously believe he raped Asian Carol? Don't do that, bro.
Yes.
Do you have
He
any
was,
evidence behind that?
yeah, he was held liable unanimously by a jury of 9 people for forcefully penetrating Eugene Carroll's vagina against her will.
Well, they could have just lied on him.
He was determined unanimously by a jury of 9 people, sir.
Yeah, but he challenged that thing over and over. He did it multiple times.
He what?
Like he challenged it. He challenged the
He failed.
test.
The appeal
Yeah.
failed. Like he
He
lost the appeal.
appealed
Like
it.
she won. He was forced to pay her.
Is that documented? Do you have
Yes.
any evidence? Can you show me?
Yes. Look up Trump liable essay AP News.
Don't do that, bro. We already know that's fake news. Don't do that.
Okay, you're trolling. There's no way you're serious.
Don't put bananas in my butt. No.
Okay, they're definitely trolling. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, as always. Let's get this next person up here. Alrighty, let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Alrighty. Let's get this next individual up here. I don't know when Dean's supposed to be on, actually, everyone. I would assumed he would have already hopped on by now. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
What's up, 27?
Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Probably Trump.
Okay, and why do you support Trump?
It was originally kind of like an uneducated decision, like when Elon Musk was, on the team and stuff like that. But now it's kind of just more of like a tribal thing. I don't know what it's more like a tribal. Like I can't get out of it. It's kind of like being on the right. You can't get on the left because you're on the right. So
why?
Well, I don't necessarily support Trump, obviously, because he's like a crazy person. But like I support the right, conservative sort of movement. But
So, like, if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, or you could choose not to vote, you would choose to vote for Trump, or you would not choose to vote?
well, Trump can't run again. I would vote for whoever.
No,
I
given
don't know,
that
maybe
given
JD
that he
Vance or some
could
shit.
be the candidate, would you vote for him?
I really don't want to say yes, but a yes, I guess.
Why?
No. I can't vote for him. I mean, you can kick me, but
Okay. Well,
I
I
wanted to have
just
a
want you to know, if
conversation
you're
about it.
just on the right here within the next coming months or so, here this or after the midterms, close to the midterms or after the midterms, we're gonna be doing why do you support Republicans? So you could debate us then.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to the next individual. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Oh, based actually, Dean is joining the queue right now. Actually, he's about to hop on here very soon. I'm assuming he's making his thumbnail and everything right now. What's good, bro?
I'm about ready to go live, so I thought that I'd pop up here before I do.
For sure, base. We'll make sure to send everyone over to your live once you do so. Sarah, yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
And do you support Trump?
Sorta.
And what's your birth year?
2007, November 20th.
Okay, and if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Honestly, between the two, I'd pick Trump, but my family's non-voters, so we're more against non-voting. The main reason for that is stance on Palestine. Pro-Palestinian, I'm 100% with Palestine.
So you don't vote?
If I would vote, it would be for Trump, but technically no, because I wouldn't vote for either sides.
Okay, wait, so then why is your profile picture Charlie Kirk?
Because you wouldn't let me on either way.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. Hey, we're also pro-Palestine. We just think you should vote for the candidate that would be better for Palestinians and for the rest of the world, which was Harris, objectively. So let's go on to the next individual. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates, as always. Let's get this next person up here. Do give us a quick minute to get everything going. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. We'll help get it out to more people, as always. Yeah, what's up? How old are you?
Hello, can you hear me well? I'm 18.
Do you
We
support
actually
Trump?
debated like a few. Yes, I do.
We debated how long ago?
Like 3 months ago, maybe
Okay.
3.5.
Alrighty, and do you still support Trump?
Yes.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
Okay, so it would be mainly because of foreign policy.
Okay. What about foreign policy?
So I would say mainly two things. One, that it made our NATO allies to actually contribute and be a part of like what's happening, and also Israel. Not necessarily with Iran right now. I say like it's like an unneeded war, but like Gaza and stuff.
Okay. So you think Iran's an unneeded war? And Trump
Somewhat,
started
like,
an unneeded war?
Like I agree with it on principle, but I think that we just weren't ready for it, and like we just like militarily was like the wrong decision. But I think like on principle, it's a good thing.
Okay. So you think in principle that so to clarify, you think in principle what's a good thing?
To fight like Iran, like that sort of a regime to free the Iranian people.
Do you think that Trump's war with Iran is freeing the Iranian people?
I think it's not. That's why I'm not supporting that war. But
okay, so it's not. That's why you don't support. Okay, so do you support Israel in general?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
Okay, just to clarify, I am a Jew, so like I need to put that forth. So like I'm not entirely like objective about this, but so like that will be one reason. And
hold up, you can be Jewish and be objective about this.
I think it's a little harder when you're a Jew.
Why?
Like, could you explain what you're meaning by that?
Yeah, like a lot of Jewish people can be anti-Zionist, right? And also like being Jewish doesn't mean that you can't have a determination.
They could be doing it for like objective reasons, but they could also be like something personal. For example, I have some family members in Israel. I know some friends there because they visited there a few times. So so like not only because I'm a Jew, but yeah, I have like connections there. So yeah, that would be why I'm not objective about it.
All right. How about this? Do you I guess let's just clarify. In terms of foreign policy, do you want Trump to go to war, or do you want him to do no new wars? Are you coming from the side that's okay with him committing war, or are you okay with it? Are you not okay with that?
Okay, so I feel like it's not good for us generally to go into wars. It's kind of ruining our, global police status, and we need to be more feel like objective as a country. But
do you think Trump's doing that?
Yeah, I feel like that's my problem with the war with Iran. If it would be only like to be quick and take the regime down, put the king back in, make elections and make it democratic, sure. But what's happening here is just, like, it wasn't good. And it also didn't work.
You said
So
it
that's my
didn't work.
problem with
Okay,
it.
so you mean the war with Iran. So then what has Trump done related to foreign policy that you think is good?
So I feel like the way he has conducted himself with our NATO allies made them actually, spend more on military, which I do like. Like, we shouldn't be just
Okay.
spending our entire budget on that. I want us to have other
Can I tell you
things.
something?
Like, yeah.
Did you know that we already agreed to do 2% in 2014 before Trump was in office? Did you know that most of the increase
Like with
to
our NATO allies,
2%?
you mean?
Yeah, and did you know that most of the increase in
So we
2%
agreed on that. We
happened
agreed
when
on that,
Biden
but
was
they just
president?
wouldn't do. They just didn't do it.
They did. They mostly did it when Biden was president. Why? Because of Russia invading Ukraine. But the reality of the matter is that was agreed upon in 2014, and it was going towards that direction even before Trump was in office.
Okay. I didn't
Trump
know
loves
that,
taking credit
but
for things Obama has done.
well, I do think that if Obama was an option, I would have picked him, obviously. But
Then why wouldn't
yeah,
you pick
but
Harris?
I did because I don't think she's. I think Obama was like an actual leader whose morals were in a good place, and like
If you
as
think
a person,
Obama's
I liked
morals
him
were
a
in a
lot
good
more.
place, then you must think that about Harris too.
I don't think she's like him. You know what I mean? Like, I think the
And
Democratic
sorry,
Party
what state do
went
you live
down a
in?
lot. New Jersey.
And what time is it?
For me, it's like 5:41.
Can you name 3 states that border New Jersey?
Well, there are only 3 states bordering New Jersey, like New York, Pennsylvania, and Delaware, I think. Right? Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah. Sorry, I am
No, there's just a bunch of
like
people in the chat, and maybe you sound German. I'm
yeah, that
thinking.
happened last time too. Like, I'm kind of stressed, and last time I had like this whole British accent. I don't know why. I'm just stressed because of like the position here. I'm not like used to this. So
Are you German?
I am ethnically German, but
Yeah.
like we're working on getting like a German citizenship, hopefully in the future. Because I want to be like in the EU, but not currently now.
Okay. So
Okay. So about that. So I didn't know that. I would need to like learn more about the things that Obama did with NATO, but I do feel like he like saying like, America first, and also like kind of making like them see, with the Green Line and all that. It was like somewhat a joke, and it was like kind of embarrassing. Like, they were like a few months where it was kind of embarrassing to be an American for me, but I do feel like
So
he
then why
did
do you
like
support
show
Trump?
that because he did show that we're just not gonna be with the West. Like, we're not gonna be with like Europe on every single term. No, you're gonna have to put the work into, like, we're not only in this, it's not okay that they would have, free healthcare and we don't. Okay. We spend so much more on military and all that. And you're gonna need to spend on military more so we can like take it
So
down
then you don't think we
a
should be
notch.
funding those countries while simultaneously we can't do that here in our country. So can I ask you a question? Do you think we should be funding Israel?
We are funding a few, like many countries, not only Israel. Like, we fund Jordan and we fund like Egypt,
Do
and
you think we
like
should be
the
funding Israel?
fixation. So I'm saying that the fixation is Israel is kind of weird, but yeah. So Israel, I feel like we do need to help them, but we're not just sending them money. That's a false like thing. We actually are trading with them on military stuff. We are like getting American jobs for it. We're sending
We're
like
sending
actual
them
military
aid, and
things.
then they're spending that money on this
They are
country's
buying it from
defense.
us,
And not all
actually.
of the money do they have to spend on defense?
Not all of it. So, what do you mean?
No, I meant not all of it do they have to spend on U.S. industry defense. Sorry.
Okay, so, but like most of it, right?
I'm
So
pretty
on
sure it is, yeah. But regardless,
it does
that
help
doesn't mean
Americans.
that like I
But
think that
also,
that's a good relation. If we
not
give them money to
necessarily.
buy
Also,
stuff from
Benjamin
us, it's still
Netanyahu
us giving stuff to them.
So Benjamin Netanyahu did like say on like, I don't remember when, like just news reporter or something, that they are going to by 2030 be independent from the US. I don't buy it because I don't trust him, but Like I think that's where we're going, and we should go there. But also, it's okay. Yeah, we can fund our allies, and we can
So,
fund
do you realize
countries
that
that
that's
are
funding a
democratic.
foreign country rather than focusing the money here at home after you just claimed you didn't want that to happen?
So I think that that funding needs to happen. Like Israel does need to have that military. It needs to be stronger than its neighbors, and it needs to have that like Iron Dome and all that. We need to protect its citizens, but we also need to have like to care about Americans. So we need to do both that and that. So I feel like if we make Europe contribute more into it, and if they would have been stronger, maybe we could take it a little down. Then we could take that money elsewhere.
Okay. Is there anything Trump could do that would get you to stop supporting him?
Yes, obviously.
Such as?
Well, I care about a lot about Ukraine, and if he would, support Russia. Like I care about a lot about how it's gonna end. So if he's gonna support Russia in that, yeah, I'm not gonna support him anymore.
Okay, so you said if he supports Russia, then you wouldn't support him?
If he more than he does, like if he actually would let them take, the border like a lot more into Ukraine, like let that whole thing happen, yeah, I would not support him. Also, if he would give up on Taiwan, I would not support him. Also, if he would make abortions in the whole of the U.S. Illegal, I would not support him. I don't know if he can do that, but
He put
generally,
people in
and
the
also if
Supreme
he would
Court
try,
with he put
if he
people
would
in the
try
Supreme
to
Court
run
with the
again.
explicit reason of overturning Roe versus Wade, which made it illegal in some states in this country.
Yeah, it made it illegal in some states, which I do hate a lot. I am pro-abortion, and it does irk me that some states, like women, don't get to have that. But as long as half the states can have abortions, it's not as bad. But
But you still think it's
if
bad enough to
he,
say that you shouldn't support him, right?
it does make me support him less, and especially like the Republican Party, like a lot less. But I feel like it's a necessary evil in some
So,
sort of way.
why is it a
And I
necessary evil?
do because I care more about foreign policy in that sense than women's rights in some way, which is kind of an evil
Wow,
thing to
you
say.
care
And
more about
like
foreign
I should,
policy
yeah,
than
no,
women's
it's
rights?
it's like a bad thing to say. But I feel like that is my personal, like where my values are at, and it's like very easy for me to
Yeah,
say
but like,
like
what
as a
about
man,
foreign
but
policy? Like, be specific. What about foreign policy is more relevant than?
so
Go ahead.
yeah, so Israel, NATO, and I just feel like the way he conduct himself makes people like fear America a little more, make us like get us back to where we were.
Wait, say that one more time. Sorry, I read something and I didn't even pay attention.
Okay, so I said that Israel, NATO, generally, I feel like he's more aggressive, which makes us
So
seem
more
stronger.
defensive Israel, and you think that's preferable to women's rights?
If I would have had to make a choice between
Women's rights
okay,
and
I don't,
supporting Israel, you pick
wait,
supporting Israel more?
wait. Hold on. Let me clarify myself. So the reason I'm pro-abortion is not because of women's rights. I feel like it's because fetuses are not human, like they're not persons yet.
But
Like
it's
if you
also
watch
because
the
of
Destiny
women's
debate.
rights.
So for me, that is less. So let's say, okay,
For you,
let's
that
say
is
it was.
less. He doesn't care much about women's rights.
Hold on. Let me clarify myself. If let's say it wasn't like a fetus, it was a 3-year-old in your stomach, then yeah, obviously I don't care if what happened, like if you were, I don't want to say any of the things because I don't want to get banned or any of that. I don't know what I can say, but like for example, if you were abused and because of that you have that baby, I don't think it's okay for you to kill that baby. If it was an actual baby, if it was like a human with thoughts and all that, yeah, you would
Sir,
have to carry it, in my opinion.
You
But
have to?
because
You think it should
I'm
be
viewed,
illegal to get an abortion?
I don't know if illegal. If you say illegal by, it would be just like any other homicide. I would have trouble with that because obviously a person
So
who
where
wants
does,
to have his
sir, where does
body
pregnancy occur in the human body?
inside of you.
Yeah, where inside of you?
But like where inside of you?
Oh, Dean is listening to me. That's crazy. In your stomach, like the uterus. What are you asking me?
So you just said the stomach. If pregnancy occurred in a woman's stomach, then why doesn't the baby come out of the anus?
Okay, sorry, I'm not a biologist. It's not like that's not my thing.
But I mean, just like think
if
about
like
it.
it's the uterus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. You know, I had somebody on my
Also,
live stream yesterday
okay. By
literally
the way,
try to
Dean, I just
convince
wanted to
me.
say I'm very sorry for what happened before for all these false accusations. Like, I'm really sorry for you. That's like a really messed up, and I'm so sorry they said those things about you, and she's lying. Like they're lying about it. So I just want to clarify that.
It's very kind of you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what did you say?
So pregnancy does not occur in the stomach.
Pregnancy does not occur. Yeah. Okay. It's the uterus. That's not. Is that relevant?
I mean, it was just something Parker asked you about.
Yeah, you just
Okay.
said stomach, so I asked you about it. So, and you were just arguing it should be illegal in some context, right?
Okay, so I don't argue it should be illegal currently because I don't view fetuses as humans. But if they were humans, then like if they were, they are humans. But if they were persons, if they had
But given
the
that they're
ability
not
to
persons,
deploy
it's a
consciousness,
question of bodily autonomy from your view.
because it's not, it would be as the same as you have to carry your, I don't know, like your like shit out of your body. Like you don't have to.
Yeah,
Like
but
it's
it's still
your
a
thing to
notion
do
of bodily
whatever with it. It's
autonomy.
like. I mean, it's like I would treat it as any other surgery. Yeah, obviously the person can pick whatever he wants. You know, it's not a person yet. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, which is bodily autonomy. So that's a women's
Yeah.
rights.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a human right.
So why don't you value women's rights more than you value supporting the state of Israel? More.
Okay, so hold on. So in the case of if it was a 3-year-old, I would say the right of a 3-year-old to have like the right to life is more important than the women, or like generally the right to bodily autonomy. If it also was men, if I would have like I would have to shit it outside. Like if I would have in my stomach a 3-year-old, yeah, I do not have
I
the
don't know
right
why
to
you're
kill
specifying
it.
this.
Okay, then what do you want? Sorry.
What was the
Let's go
point
back
of
to what you said.
specification?
That I say that it should be above that because the human rights of Americans are not the only human rights. We also have to care about the human rights of Israelis and Iranian people and also Palestinian people and all the people in that region. I feel like we have that responsibility as a democratic country and as people and as part of the human race.
So then you disagree with Trump leaving Afghanistan, right? Like setting up the agreement to leave Afghanistan?
Hold on. First, I would have to say I don't know enough facts about that, so I would not say many two things. But from my understanding, we were there for like a forever war. We could not get anything done. So I would say if you cannot get anything done, and if you're not managing to do it, and you're just losing American lives, then obviously no, you should get out.
Then that's the current
I think
Iran
like
war and basically everything the U.S. is doing in support of Israel right now.
so that's why I don't support the Iran war. I feel like just logistically, not logistically.
So then
like,
why do you support
tactically,
Trump's
we weren't
foreign
winning.
policy with Israel more? Because that's what he's doing with Israel more. He went to war with
So I don't
Iran on
support.
behalf of Israel.
I don't know if it was on behalf of Israel. That we have our own interests there. We also have other allies there. We have the Gulf countries which we support. So which is a problem in my opinion. But yeah, it's not only because of Israel. We have like a whole alliance there. So it's not only Israel.
I think it's for Israel. I think it's not only for Israel. I think it's also for Trump to
So
distract away
I
from
would
the
like
Epstein
for you to
files. But
clarify.
I'm also saying specifically it's for Israel as well.
Okay, I would like for you to clarify why do you think it's only for Israel, not for any of our
I never
alliances
said it
there,
was
and why
only
not
for
our
Israel.
interests?
I also think it's for Trump to be able to distract away from the Epstein files.
That could be the case. I don't buy into conspiracies, so
That's not a
I don't think
conspiracy
that is the
theory.
case.
That's quite literally the Trump administration prevented the release of the Epstein files, even though they're legally obligated to do so. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is an in the open cover.
I don't know. Wait. The conspiracy theory I'm relating to is that you would say that the Trump administration did Iran in order for you to not have the the Epstein files
Yeah,
for
they
people
they
to not know
purposefully
to not
prevented the
release them.
release of the Epstein files. That's not a conspiracy
Well,
theory.
I agree they did that. I agree they did that. I don't agree that they did the war in Iran for that.
Oh, for the
Like, how do you?
you think it's a
You,
conspiracy
you,
theory
you,
that they are preventing the release, that they're doing this because it
no,
okay.
I don't say that as a conspiracy theory.
Sorry, you think it's a conspiracy theory for me to believe that Trump is starting the war with Iran because of the fact that he's distracting away from the Epstein files.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you think conspiracy theories are defined as things that have no evidence?
Could we clarify? I don't. Maybe I got it wrong.
Are
When I say
conspiracy
conspiracy
theories
theory, when I say
defined
conspiracy theory,
as...
I would say it's Okay, sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, when I say conspiracy theory, I mean that it's a theory that doesn't have as much as evidence, and it would be you have the theory, and then you would look for you would look for reasons to support that theory. You don't have reasons, then you get the theory like
No, I think
people
I
do in
have reason.
science, and
No, I think I have reason to believe
also
this. Yeah, and then that
sorry.
informs my belief of it rather than my belief then informs what I'm looking for in terms of reasoning.
Okay, it would also be very hard for me to prove that you're doing it in that order, but also, so if I get back to conspiracy theory, it also have to be like something like, oh, people are lying to me, like something bad is happening, like the government is lying, the big corporate is lying, like things like that. So that what I would say is a conspiracy theory. So that why I would say that to
Well, Trump is
say
lying,
that
and
the
we
war is
see that
around.
he's lying. We have evidence that he's lying. We have evidence that
Generally,
specifically
sure,
the
he lied. Every
release of the
president
Epstein
lied.
files was talked about to a lesser extent once the war with Iran started.
I don't know if that was the reason they did that though. I don't think you have any evidence to support that.
I do think that's supporting evidence, but even so, right? Like you have to understand that even without I think that like the point is still true that there was without reason, right, to even go into this war in the
Did the
first
war with
place.
Iran was without reason?
Yeah, it didn't prevent them from getting a nuke, along with the fact that
I think it didn't work. I don't think it was. I don't think they did it without reason. I think it just didn't work. Like
okay, so what
actually,
was
the
the
war we
reason?
just. So the reason we have lost the war because we are not like modern warfare has changed and it's more drones, and when we send missiles that like cost so much money and they send a drone that could do the same amount of damage, then yeah, we would be losing the war at the end of the day.
So you're saying
So
Trump is just
that's what I
losing the
think.
war, and he didn't expect to lose
Not
the
Trump,
war when going
all of
into it?
us, like Americans, like we were part of like yeah,
So
for the
he's
whole of America.
unexpectedly losing really badly.
Really badly, I don't know, but yeah, he's like I feel like we lost. Like I feel like emphasis in the word feel that we lost the war in Iran. Also, the fact that we are paying them back for damage, like what, what's
We
what's happened
haven't
to
we
that?
haven't done that yet, and Trump has floated around the idea that we might leave the war with Iran without getting a nuclear deal. You can find that on the Jerusalem
I
Post
don't
if you'd
think
like
we need
to.
to have a nuclear deal. I feel like we need to get the regime down. But
Isn't that the
what do
claim that he
you?
made for going to war with them in the first place? Was we need to prevent them from
I
getting a
okay,
nuke?
so I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I think. I feel like that was you could there's two ways you can look at it. I think that they actually did want to have that, but they just couldn't manage it, so they just changed the goalposts. You could also look at it as they use that as a casus belli, but I uh, I don't think that's true. But I don't know if you can prove it either way.
Okay, Dina, were you gonna hop on here very soon?
Yeah, bro. Here in a
Alrighty.
minute.
What's up?
Here in a minute.
Here in a minute. Okay, for sure. I was just making sure. You have any last words to say, Nevo?
Oh, why am I getting kicked out?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't really have anything else to speak about in this conversation unless you want to go over more
Well, we
things.
didn't talk about Israel, which is a big point for me. I feel like it's my biggest thing.
I'm so confused
Like we did.
on
Think of the galaxy.
what this guy's argument has been the whole time. I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
me
I
too.
can rephrase it. I feel like I support Trump because of his foreign policy. I feel like in making America first, and also supporting our allies. I don't feel like Harris would support Israel as much as Trump would.
Why is
And
Israel our
also
only
just
ally? Like Trump has distanced us
she's
from
not
all of
our
our
only
other
ally, but
allies.
it's an ally I care, like personally I care a lot about. And also I feel like they have a lot of meaning. They support us a lot in intelligence and
Did they
technology
support
and
us in
all those
9/11?
sorts of things.
Ooh.
Like after 9/11?
I've been to the 9/11 memorial, and like they said there, no, they didn't say that there. Sorry.
Did we get funding from them after 9/11, or did they help us?
And on top of 9/11, after you answer that question, did they support us in the JCPOA?
Okay, I would have to be honest and say that I don't know what do you mean by JCPOA.
The Iran nuclear deal.
Oh, okay. So about 9/11, I heard, I don't think they did it, but I heard that it could be the case that they knew about it and didn't like tell anyone. Like this like former CIA agent who does that, like talk about things, and he said that, and I do kind of believe him that they knew about it and they just didn't tell us, so we would get into like forever war with terrorism.
He just left.
Oh, okay.
Just randomly. Interesting.
I mean, this is a good time for me to go live. I'm just walking upstairs with my chocolate and my water.
Perfect. I was just about to hop off anyway. I told my girlfriend I was gonna end at 3.
Yeah, great timing. Holy cow.
I know, right?
Oh,
David, by the way,
today's
thank you for
one.
the $25 over on YouTube Super Chat. What I want to know is, did anyone inventory the contents of the catering truck Trump traveled with before he rode in it? If so, did anything turn up missing? Well, thank you very much. As well as, like, I mean, it was a taco truck. It was a taco truck for him, actually, specifically. Brianna, thank you for the $4 for the congrats on the 500th episode. Thank you very much. Sophia, thank you for the $2 or $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Diabolical, right? Diabolical. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Brax, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. Colton, thank you very much for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I get your point. I think that's probably going to be the point pretty soon. But thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. As well as, I think I'm fully caught up.
Yo, oh shit. I almost just forgot my vape and my anxiety pin in my bedroom, dude.
Bro, you did not just say that, bro. You did not just
Dude, I did
expose
just say that.
yourself, bro. What did you just say?
I said that I almost forgot and left my anxiety pin in my bedroom.
Oh, I heard something before you said anxiety pen.
I probably just It was probably just like an audio glitch.
Yeah, just an audio glitch, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. He's been exposed. Dean Withers exposed, everybody. You heard it here first, folks. Dean Withers, anxiety pen exposed, actually, okay.
No.
No.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, no, you never thought this was gonna happen, Dean, but it was always coming for you, bro.
True. Nah, bro. On a real note, though, hope today's stream isn't too bad because of what people have been saying.
Yeah, I get you, bro. Good luck with your stream today. I think you'll be fine.
I'll hop on in like 30 seconds. Thanks for having me up, Parker.
Of course, bro. See you soon. All right, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for coming through to the stream. If you're on YouTube, make sure to hit that thumbs up. I would really appreciate if you're on YouTube or TikTok, tap that screen. Or I guess you don't even need to tap the screen. Follow me if you haven't already. I go live literally every single day. This was today's 500th episode. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. Absolutely really cool to be on the 500th episode. That's honestly such a huge thing to do. 500 episodes. That's a huge milestone. So honestly, I will be live tomorrow, actually early in the morning as well. Iron, thank you for the blooming. Thank you very much. Probably 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's seeming like when I've been starting my lives here as of recently. Probably around there. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for coming through. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Make sure to follow me. Subscribe if you're new. We're pretty close to 600K over on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe if you're absolutely new. We do have a few minutes until, or like a minute or so until Dean hops on. You can ask any questions until then. I guess I'll answer questions for like 30 seconds to a minute before Dean hops on. Give it a quick second for him to hop on here real quick, and we'll send everyone over. Or maybe we could just call it. And he'll start here in a second. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just call it, and he'll start it in a second. All right, thank you, everyone, for coming through. I'll see everyone tomorrow. I love y'all so much, and I'm about to post my YouTube videos right now if you want to go check them out. Good night, everyone, or good day.